You're watching Sam Welby Experience.
There we go. Do we have sound now? Do we have sound now? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the sound is okay. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hockey is back, Jack. It is time to get this one going. Holy smokes. It's been an eternity, and we are here and we are ready to rock and roll. Now it's preseason, it's preseason for us as well. And this is like we did for baseball. It's a brand new system, brand new build. So we're going to find some kinks. We're going to work them out, but here we go. What's up, Morgan? How's it going? Oscar, good to see you. Lucas, what's up? Hey there, Billy. Marshall in the house. Hong Konger, what's going on? Welcoming Karen and Ken. Good to see you. Mega, what's up? Brett in the house. Welcome in, everybody. Irene, hello there. Welcome in, Brendan. Yes, RIP to Bernie Perrant. That a very unfortunate situation. Guy, what's going on? Jamal, how's it going? JZM. Ian, hope you're doing well, my friend. Great to see you. TDE and B. Michael, how's it going? Welcome in, one and all. It's hockey time, Alexander. No worries, just go easy. Good to see you. Here we go. By the way, the Blue Jays off to a good start. We're going to be watching and checking the Blue Jays score all day as well. 3-0 Blue Jays. They're hanging in, but it's the first preseason game. It's the first preseason game. We could not miss this. We had to be here, and we are here, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. The lineup is not what you would expect, but of course, because this game is in Ottawa, Toronto puts out a little bit of a weaker lineup. The Senators have a very, very, very strong lineup here to boot. So let's talk about it very quickly. The lineups we're expecting today: Pezzetta with David Kempf and Callie Yarncroc. And you're like, whoa, hang on, Sam. Hang on. Did you say Pezzetta, Kempf, and Yarncroc? That's the first line you're telling us? That's what we're having? No Matthews, no Mark. Nope. Because he's no longer here. We're going to be talking about him. No Nylander, no Tavares. But yes, that is the top lineup: Pezzetta, Kempf, and Yarncroc. The buds, the baby buds that are going to be in this game. We got Barbaloni, Grolex, Tvorberg, who I'm excited to see Tvorberg, Boyd, Hames, and Easton Cowan. We got the Cowboy today. And of course, Hames having a real good prospect tournament, so we're going to be seeing what he is doing. Jamal Perry is not with the Leafs. Corey Perry was signed over with the LA Kings, but Perry just got hurt. Perry undergoing surgery. He's going to be out for a while. We got Sim with Quinlan and Latari. That is going to be our forward lines. On the D, it's going to be Thurn. You know, Thurn, we just brought him in. He's going to be with Mermis. We got Myers in Villeneuve, and then Marshall Rafai and Ben Danford. Getting the start tonight in goal, or at least it should be. We're looking at Akhtiamov. Akhtiamov should be getting the start today. Now, if you're wondering, oh boy, this is going to be an interesting game, it sure will. The lineup for the Ottawa Senators: some guy named Kachuk, some guy named Stutzla, some guy named Giroux, followed by Perron, Gregg, Batherson, Cousins, Janik, and McHugh. Then Lixell, Pedersen, and Kaliev. That is a star-studded lineup for the Ottawa Senators here tonight. Over on the D side, Shabbat and Montipalo, Clavin and Spence, Sabrango and Thompson and Allmark supposed to get the start tonight. So those are the lineups. Mega, it's the first Leaf game. We got to do the first Leaf game, but we're going to be paying attention to the Blue Jays game over our shoulder all day long. So we will keep you up to date on what's happening with the Blue Jays. But right now, it's all Leafs in Sens this afternoon. They're going to be getting going. Hey, Spooky, good to see you. Todd, what's up? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. And whew, this is going to be a fun game to watch. Preseason hockey, keep it in mind, it is just preseason. Take it for what it's worth. Mark, what's going on? Just pulled the steak off the BBQ and getting ready for some hockey. Bon, how's it going? Hockey is back. We are back. We are here. Now I got to ask you to do me those solids. Hit that like button as you are coming in. Smash that like button. Tap that screen depending on where you're watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel or you are following along. So we need to have some good numbers today. We want to have some good numbers. Of course, lots of hockey still to come. We're going to be going back and forth between the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jays. So lots to pay attention to as we go. Lanky, how's it going? Go Canucks. And the Canucks, boy, they're going to be a fun one to watch, that is for sure. But welcome in one and all. We kind of talked about the lineups a little bit. Some players you may not know, so let me tell you who I'm excited to watch today. Easton Cowan is the number one checkbox on my list. I need to see how Easton Cowan can play today. Fonzie, no Swiss players, but welcome in. Cowan did not have a good look in the prospect tournament. He did not. So we're hoping he has a good look here today. I need to see a lot from Easton Cowan. As well, on the flip side, I'm excited to see Tvorberg. Tvorberg, he has been a beast at times, and you never know. These are the lines that kind of got posted. Maybe things switch around a little bit. Maybe we see something else going, but this is all we have to go on for now. So we'll see if this is indeed the case or if there are some changes, because the roster sheet, the full roster sheet I pulled off for today's game has some different names on it, but we're going to see when they hit the ice what the actual lines indeed will be. Brendan, what's going on? Antonio, how's it going? Bombers 26, Red Blacks 19. 18. Oh boy. All right. Hockey is here. CFL is here. NFL is here. MLB is here. And of course, we got the scoreboard going on just over here. And we're going to have that on our game screen as well. So regardless what game you will be interested, we will have you covered with scores all the way around. Manzo, what's going on? What is the game playing on? So it is on Sportsnet today. So the Maple Leafs are kind of divided up amongst networks. Sportsnet here in Ontario, here in the Toronto area, will cover majority of the games. TSN will have some games as well. Hang on, they're throwing out. Let's see, do we get the lines correct? Yes, and it looks like Jacob Quinlan. Yeah, Quinlan is in there. Okay, so it looks like the lineups we have are correct. Oh no, we got to change here. We got to change. Cowan, Kempf, and Nick Robertson. Robertson is going to be in here. So Nicky Robertson, how is he going to be? Cowan, Kempf, Robertson, Pezzetta, Grolex, Yarncroc, Boyd, Hames, Latari, and they took it away. So it looks like Yarncroc is out there. We got some switching around. Nick Robertson is going to be in this game. Oh boy, this should be fun. I love when they make last minute changes. Last minute changes, A-OK. And that's right. Blue Jays are up 3-0. Jays need to have a very, very big win. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate that very much. Hey, JDA, what's going on in the house? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. And there's Nick Robertson on the ice taking warm-ups. Excuse me. Nick Robertson, one of the big questions about the Maple Leafs this year, will there be a roster spot for Nicky Robertson, or is he going to be showcased to potentially be traded? There is a lot we have to keep our eye on. Landon Sim, of course, he's going to be in tonight. Some that a lot of folks are excited to watch. Hey, Ottawa Senators, go Sens, go. Jasp, what's up? Hey, here to watch a little bit. Got to go to my own hockey game. There you go. Nice, and good luck today for you. I hope you do well. So the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators have a long history, a long rivalry. And last season culminated with these two teams meeting in the playoffs, and that was a banging series. It was absolutely wild, and we know that it very well may be the case again that they are going to meet this year. Ottawa is looking to be much improved. Montreal is looking to be much improved. Maybe we'll get some new regrowth of these Canadian rivalries, and it'll be a whole lot of fun. You like the new alternate jersey? Mega, I'm kind of mixed on it. I am kind of mixed on it, to be honest with you. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty slick, but it's very different from what the Oilers have had before. All right, do you think the Leafs are making it past the first, second round this year? So it's tough question to answer here on day one of the preseason. There's a lot of things that are going to impact these rosters and these teams as they go. Not just Toronto, but everyone. First and foremost is going to be health. Hey, Joey C., what's going on? Welcome in. Health is going to be important, right? Is Matthews going to be healthy? He's coming into camp. Austin Matthews is saying he feels great. He's looked great from what I've seen from the few clips at the training camp. He looks like he's moving great. He's shooting well. So health is going to be super important. Physicality is going to be big for this team. They've brought in some new bodies, right? They brought in some bigger bodies like Pezzetta, like a Dakota Joshua. These guys are going to be banging and crashing, and it is going to be very important to see, can this Maple Leaf team with the new bodies bring in, including Nick Waugh as well, can they be aggressive? Can they be physical? One of the challenges the Maple Leafs have had in the past was the fact they could not keep up with the physical presence. When they played the Florida Panthers, Florida just kind of mopped the floor with them. So they need to step up. They need to be more aggressive and more physical. Hey, Lala, what's going on? Would like to sleep. Welcome in. Lime, welcome in as well. So those are kind of the keys, right? Be healthy, be physical. You're going to need your goaltending, which we got. I'm not worried about our goaltending at all this year. Joseph Wall and Anthony Stolarz, you know they're going to be steady. I'd love to see Stolarz pick up that contract extension. He wants to get it done. They're about to go to the national anthems, and following the national anthems, this game is going to be underway. Hey, Phil, what's going on? Good morning. 5 a.m. Ooh, that's early. What do you think of Anze Kopitar? Thank you, Lucas, for bringing that up. Kopitar announcing that he is retiring at the end of this season. I've always felt that Kopitar is one of the most underrated hockey players in the game today. Kopitar does a lot. RDT, thank you for hitting that follow. Sportsnet, this game can be found on Sportsnet. Now, depending on what package you have, I think only one of the Sportsnet channels are carrying it. The rest are showing the Blue Jays. So Kopitar retiring, I'm happy for him. Listen, he's been great. I wish he would have had a chance to win. He's played with LA. He's been a steadfast leader for the LA Kings, and I'm a big Kopitar fan. Always have been, always will be. So I wish him the best, and I hope they have a great season out in LA. I hope they have a very, very good season out in LA. Trading my Dolphins hopes for a Super Bowl trophy for another Panther Cup. You know, Joey, the Panthers are one of these teams that look exciting because they have their core locked up for a very long time. So the core of the Florida Panthers, they're together for another several years. So don't be surprised if Florida continues to do what Florida has been doing. They are a solid team, and it's going to take another solid team to knock them down. We expect Vegas Golden Knights to be bigger and better this year as well. Going to be a lot of changes, and we'll have to see what has been going on in this National Hockey League. Preseason will give us a taste, just a taste. But remember, we got 2 less games in the exhibition season. Those are added to the regular season. They didn't beat Steelers. Apple, I love that. I love that. Boston chose not to have a captain this year. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, Boston's one of these teams that went from a record-setting performance in wins and points to absolutely falling apart and having a horrendous year last year. So we'll see how Boston is going to bounce back. What is Boston going to do this year? It's going to be very interesting. And of course, Pittsburgh is going to be another team we have to watch. Joey, thank you so much. You know, what we got to watch from Pittsburgh is with Sidney Crosby. Don't count it out. Don't count it out that Crosby could be traded at some point during this season. We know his career is coming to an end. We want to see if Sid the Kid can hoist another cup. Will it be in Pittsburgh? Will it be in Montreal? will it be in Colorado? It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Hey there, Dallas. Welcome in. Little Gotti, welcome in. Maple Leafs win today. I'll be honest with you. I think the Maple Leafs will be lucky to just be in this hockey game. A lot of kids playing, a lot of non-real NHL roster players for the Leafs playing tonight. Senators dressing a stacked lineup. And this is how it works, right? When they play in Toronto next week, Toronto will have a stacked lineup. Ottawa will have a much lighter lineup. Anytime the home team is at home, they put the superstars in for the fans. When they're on the road, the young stars kind of get a chance to play. Hey, William, how's it going? Been waiting all summer for this. Well, that's right. It is time to get going. The ceremonies are done. They're going to turn the lights on. There's a little puck. Brady handing it to the youngster who dropped the puck. He's going to be getting this set. We're going to be getting ourselves set. Let's move over to the game screen and please let everything load as expected. Please let it load as expected. Here we go. All right. That looks a little funny. Oh, we know why. Okay. So far, so good. We're going to make a couple adjustments here on the fly. Like I said, it's preseason for us as well. So it'll take us a few moments to make sure we get everything in line and behaving as expected. But we are just about ready to drop this puck, ready to get this hockey game underway. Nope. Or not, it's not going to let us. Will you let us here? As we kind of make some tweaks here. Got to center everything. Nope. Whoop. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. Here we go. All right, let's get it set. Ready to drop this puck. We're ready to face off. Sam needs to make some adjustments here. Let's get our stats kind of in order. Why won't it let us adjust them? What is happening? All right, we'll adjust it on the fly. We'll adjust it as we go. Let's play some hockey, shall we? Easton Cowan on the right side. Nick Robertson on the left side. It is time to play some hockey, folks. Drop this puck in. Here we go. The NHL preseason is officially underway as the Senators, with first possession, going to dump this one in the Leaf zone. Stützle going to bring this one back. He's going to hang on to it. We're going to work out our little kinks here with these stats. So we're going to see if we can get these set up. There we go. That looks a whole lot better. First drive coming through, and that one came very close. Holy smokes. Artur Akatioff, he's going to be in here, and my goodness, Cowan going to slide this one all the way down the ice. Big jump here for Ottawa. They come through real big in the start of this game. Brady, Stützle, and Giroux, expect a lot from them. Toronto's going to steal this one in the Ottawa zone. Curling around is Yarncroc, walking out, shooting, they score! Toronto on the board first! Toronto on the board first. Oh my goodness. What a move. What a move. Walking out of the corner. Oh my goodness. I did not expect this one. Stützle came close, tried to tuck it in between or behind the Maple Leaf goalie. Then it comes down to the other side of the ice. This one is Yarncroc walking out of the corner. A nifty little move, and he's going to put this one through. Callie Yarncroc beats Allmark, and the Leafs are on the board 1-0 to start this hockey game. Oh, baby. Wow. David Boy, what's going on? Welcome in. Martin, welcome in. We'll lose the first round. Oh, I don't know. Let's go. This one is 1-0. Leafs shooting 100% right now. 1 for 1. We'll take this one. All the way down in the corner. Little bumping and grinding. Yarncroc back to scoop this one away. He's going to turn it over. Falls down. Tripped down. No penalty called. Ottawa doing a nice job here on the forecheck. Trying to scuffle this one around. They get it to the point. Here's a shot. That one is blocked. Ottawa still with it. We got a broken stick. Yarncroc with a broken stick. This shot goes wide. Another shot and a nice save. Ottawa cycling this one around. Back to the point. Going D to D. There's a long shot. Great save. Big rebound. Coming across is Artur with a great save. We're just going to call him Artur. But that was a nice save. Danford getting in there as well. Helping out. Good start. Hey, hockey, welcome in. Holy smokes. Peyton, it's exciting. Hockey's back. It doesn't matter if it's preseason. Hockey's back. Here's a shot. That one's going wide. Side of the net, Sens can't control it. This one picked up by Toronto, trying to work this one through, flipping it around. They cannot get it out. Now it hops out over the line, and the Sens get a backtrack and bring this one all the way back. Wow. Great pressure. Leafs hanging on. Senators driving towards the net. Unbelievable. Their only threat... Yeah, listen, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. There's an icing call. This is going to come back. Good stretch again. Welcome in, Austin. Welcome in. I've been subbed since 3K. You know, Austin, it's funny. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes things get unsubscribed. YouTube does a lot of updates, so it's always important. Make sure that subscribe is enabled. And if it's not, hit that subscribe. Hey, Joshua, how's it going? Grayson, what's going on? Welcome in. Off the draw, this one coming back around. Try to make this a little bit bigger here. Back at the blue line, Senators having trouble putting it in. Now they steal. They're going to back it up in their own zone. Look to regroup. Now, of course, we don't have the full official rosters here, so we're going to make the best we can with what we have. Kelly Yarncroc, the first goal, unassisted, and it was quite a doozy. This back around behind the net. Trying to pick this one up. Quick shot by Greg. That one's going to be grabbed and held onto. Arkiyemov, who I'm never going to pronounce his name correctly. Arkiyemov with a nice little stop. Again, he did not look solid in the first prospect game, but he's been in the Leafs organization for a while. You can see him playing with the Toronto Marlies of the AHL. A lot of these kids you can see in the AHL or the OHL. Of course, a handful of them going to be NHL players. Morgan, what's going on? Welcome in. This is going to be flipped up the board and down the ice. Another icing call. With about 3 minutes, 10 seconds gone, shots are 3-1 Ottawa, but Toronto has the one on the lead. Kathleen, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. Maple Leafs, Ottawa Senators, getting it going. Off the draw, Sen's going to put this one over. Stutzler with a nice pass. Threading the needle, tried to put it in the slot. That one comes all the way back and through. Montipalo going to keep it in around behind the net. Giroux, nice quick stick. He's going to work it on the sideboards. Sends it down to the point. Sent over to the far side. Here's a long shot. That one's blocked. Down in the corner on the far side. Toronto cannot get this one out. Brady Tkachuk centers it, diving to keep this one in. Montipalo bringing this one back around. Defense doing a nice job. Back through, trying to chip this one out. They can't. Now Sim grabs the puck. Sim with a head up, hits the red line. Dumping it in, hits the linesman. Toronto on a second effort. They're going to send this one in, down around in the corner. Hey, Richard, how's it going? Welcome in. Beverly, good to see you. Lake Beast in the house. 3-2 Jays. Oh, KC starting to come back. Here's a long shot. That one's getting knocked down. Pickleball, what's going on? Welcome in. Down on the side. Ottawa can't get it out of their zone. They're going to try again. This one down the ice. Leafs, here's Easton Cowan with it. Cowan setting it up. Going to work it over to the near side to Nicky Robertson. Robertson sends it back for Mermis. He's going to cycle it around behind his own net. Down in the corner, Robertson turning. He's starting to move up. Long pass. This is going to be tipped in. Cowan going in here after it. Cowan in the corner. Put on some extra muscle. Here's a long shot. And a nice save. Seeing number 29 coming up in your gut. Wants to say Pontus Holmberg. But that is no more Pontus Holmberg. That is now Bo Gruix. So Bo coming in, taking on Pontus Holmberg's number. Wow, good start. The Blue Jays hanging on, but boy, oh boy, KC coming back. In goal for Toronto, it's Artur Arkiyemov. I'm never going to pronounce that name correctly, so I'm going to apologize for him this whole preseason. Thank you, Derek, hitting that follow. Cowan, it's okay. He's looked okay in the couple shifts. Hasn't been severely into it, but he's kind of moving this one around. We want to see more from Cowan. Cowan is one of the bodies we're going to be watching to see how he does today. Over at the side, Clavin going to work this one up. It's dumped down the ice. Toronto racing back to pick this one up. Gonna flip it around. Rafai, Marshall Rafai, nice defenseman that I like. We've seen him play a couple NHL games. Toronto doesn't have a lot of room on the defense. They don't have a lot of room on the roster. We're going to be talking through that at the intermission a little bit, what their roster is going to look like. Ottawa setting it up, going over to the far side, down by the blue line. Now going over to the cross with a pass to the near side. The shot hits a leg. That's steered away. Down in the corner, trying to dig this one out, trying to work it through. Digging on the corner, going to be sent around behind, slowed down by the Maple Leaf Tendy. Maple Leafs Rafai setting it up, looking. Leafs changing it up. He banks it off the boards, and the Leafs, Hames, going to dump this one down. Coming in here after digging hard, it's going to be Letary. Letary in the corner, waiting for this one to squirt out. He's being pinched off. Ottawa coming away with the puck. Here come the Sens. So far, in the first 6 minutes of this hockey game, while it's a lot of the Sens big boys, the Leafs have been holding their own and looking well. Coming around behind the net, Philippe Myers is going to work this one around. It comes to the line, held in. Senators fanning on the shot. Puck is going to roll out. Hey, McNally, what's going on? Welcome in. Hayden, what's up? Welcome in, everybody. I will try and keep an eye on the chat, but we all know hockey is a lot faster than baseball, so we will certainly do our best. This coming around, going to be tipped out. Senators going to pass it across. Ottawa 2-on-1, putting it across with a shot and a great save. 2-on-1 and Arter going to be tested here early. He comes up with a nice save. Stutzla has it taken away from him. Myers working this one through. And Toronto going to flip this one out to the red line and slowly chip it down the ice. Good shift. Hey, Eli, how's it going? Pretty new to hockey. No idea hockey had doubleheader in the preseason. Yeah, so Eli, what they do, because the rosters in preseason are so big, they have so many people that they split squad. Half the squad will go and play one game. The other half will go and play the other game. All right, they're going to commercial break. So again, welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in, joining us here today for some preseason hockey. Droz, what's going on? Welcome in. We're going to be enjoying our hockey here together. We will be flipping back and forth between the Blue Jays and the Maple Leafs over the next couple of weeks. Right now it is 3-2 Blue Jays, top of the fifth inning. So we will certainly be watching that. Hey, GME from France, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for working with us. Blue Jays got off to a good start. They picked up 3 runs in the second inning, and that's been it for them. KC picked up 2 in the fourth. So we'll be seeing how the Blue Jays are going to be doing. Are they going to be exciting to watch, or are they going to run into some issues? A couple other games on the schedule right now. You are very welcome for the live. Rangers are up 5-2 over the Devils. Predators 1-0 over the Panthers. Those are the only 2 other games in effect right now, but we got lots more on the schedule for today. Coming up this week, the Maple Leafs play Ottawa in Toronto on Tuesday. The Blue Jays also play the Boston Red Sox on Tuesday. So I think Tuesday we're going to be doing the Blue Jay game. Thursday, the Maple Leafs play the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal as well. The Blue Jays will be concluding their series with Boston on the same day. So we're going to leave that one up to you, allow you to vote a little bit later on to see which game you would rather have us cover. Should we cancel? Why should the NHL season be canceled? I'd love to hear this one. Richard, welcome in. Who scored? It is the one and only Callie Yarncroc. Callie Yarncroc picked up the opening goal. Troy, what's going on? Welcome. Great to see everyone. Another exciting season. I'm so happy this is here. Toronto winning 1-0. Shots now 4-3. Leafs going to dump this one down in the corner. Robertson sending it. This is going to be tipped up and at a play. So we're going to get a whistle and bring this one back. Drake Batherson, 26 goals last year for the Ottawa Senators. He can be a powerhouse, of course, second in scoring. Batherson, one of those guys you always need to watch. CBA shouldn't be signed. Well, the CBA technically, I think, would start next year, even though they've started rolling in some of the changes. Here's a shot. That one is going to go wide. Robertson in the corner trying to come up with it. Robertson does. Here's a shot. That one goes high and wide. Nice little move. Little spring. Welcome in. Go Leafs, go. Jay, what's up? Good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Good to see so many folks back with us for another season. So we're kicking it off with some afternoon Toronto Maple Leaf Ottawa Senator action. Sen's going to play this one back in their own zone, being watched by Robertson. Long pass deflected coming down the ice. Artur Akimov going to stop it, leave it here for Mermis. Dakota Mermis setting this one up. Leafs 1-0. Start the parade, John. Start the parade. Here comes the Leafs into the zone. Long shot. Allmark going to steer that aside. Rebound thrown on net. That one knocked aside. Jacob Quinlan. Quinlan had a hot start in the prospect tournament, especially in I believe it was the second game. This one here's a shot. Toronto going to hang on to it. We're going to get a whistle. So Quinlan is another one of these players that look real good. Accept your requests. A request. I didn't see a request. What requests are you trying to request? So we got some pushing and shoving already at the Leaf benches. A line change kind of got a little mixed up here. It is crazy. 1000 watts Sportsnet is carrying this game. Sportsnet will be hosting most of the games this season. Some of them will be on TSN, and I believe Amazon still has the rights to do Monday night games. So we'll be seeing if Amazon indeed does that. Here's a shot. That one sails high. Toronto going to pick this one up. Yarncroc in his corner of his own zone. Dipsy doodling, trying to tiptoe tap dance his way out of it. Going to give it over to Mermis. Long pass as the Leafs break out of their own zone. This pass is deflected, intercepted. Yarncroc trying to jump on this. He does. Centers it. Leafs up the middle. Shooting. That one is going to be stopped. Allmark made the save. Rebound was there. They couldn't bury it. A good start. A good first 8.5 minutes here for Toronto. I didn't get any requests, Gerard. But if it's a request to join, I'm sorry. I don't do that at this point in time. This coming across, trying to dig this one in. Todd, we're watching the Blue Jays on the side. Had to be here for the first game. Had to be. Hey, B. Disney, what's going on? We'll have more Blue Jay action coming up on Tuesday. Of course, they are off tomorrow. Kelly Yarncroc with the first goal. Shots are now 5-5. In the corner, David Kampf almost gave it away to Brady Tkachuk. This coming over on the side, and Henry Thurn is going to move this one up. Leafs get it out of their own zone. 10:50 to go here in the first period. Nicky Robertson going to play this one back. Brady takes Robbie down. Long pass up to Cowan. Cowan can't work it forward. Sen's going to bring this one in. Stützle, he's trying to shake and bake away from Robertson. Goes cross ice, gets it back. Stützle shooting. That one is going to be stopped. It bounced right in front of the net. Nobody saw it. Toronto going to clear this one out. Leafs carrying this one up. A little flip pass, sending this one down low in the corner. Pulling away is Myers. He's going to go back and get a switch up as the Ottawa Senators is going to play with it a little bit in their own zone. The forecheck of the Leafs keeps coming in. That's something I expect to see a whole lot more this year, is a big forecheck. Sens coming in with a shot by David Perron and Artur Akimov. Again, I will never pronounce his name correctly. Comes up with a big save. Good pace to this game. Hard to believe this is the first preseason game because they are looking great. They are looking great so far. If you're just coming in and joining us, thank you for being here. Hit that like button for us. Hit that like. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe as well. And let's go. We'd love for you to be part of our channel as we are driving to 29,500 just around the corner. 6-2 Jays now. Wow, the Jays exploded for offense. Of course, would like to sleep. You know why the Jays are winning? It's very simple, because we're not streaming today. Yeah, Jamie, I've done the pronunciation thing 5,000 times. I will never be able to say it right. This coming around down in the corner. Jays are winning because we're not doing it. And we got a penalty coming up, a hooking call. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Welcome in all the way from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Welcome in. Ottawa going to go to the power play as they're going to take a commercial break. Wow, what a start. These kids are motivated. Yes, they are. And they're playing well. They are playing really well. Oh, man, great start. Love what I'm seeing from this group. I mean, they are just coming in. They are playing super hard. It's going to be Ben Danford, by the way. Danford, who is going to come up with the penalty. Ben Danford is one of these players. Of course, we do not expect to see Ben Danford on this club. He's just too young. But we're going to see Ben Danford in the future. Solid prospect. We do expect big things from him. We'll take one for the team. That's right. Would like to sleep. That's right. A shot for every penalty. Mega. That's funny. But yeah, Blue Jays exploding for some offense. 6-2, and it's real good. Nice to see the Blue Jays kind of getting things going. But we had to be here. It didn't matter what the scenario was. We weren't going to miss today. We had to be here for the first preseason game. All right, coming in. If you missed it, Callie Yarncroc had the first goal unassisted. All caps says Ottawa's better. Today they are. Today, Ottawa has an NHL caliber lineup here, but it's the Maple Leafs that are doing well. Got 3 new jerseys this summer. Clavin, Pinto, and Cousins. Nice. Pre-order the new Sens alternate. Very, very nice. Now, I should let you know, talking about jerseys, we do have a Fanatics. We are a Fanatics affiliate. So if you are looking to pick up Fanatics stuff, we certainly have a link that we can share with you, and through Fanatics you can purchase whatever you would like, and that link will certainly help us here on the channel. So if you're a Fanatics fan, if you are going to buy some new gear, check out our Fanatics link. Costs you exactly the same, but it helps give us a little bit of a kickback. Sens setting it up, going cross ice, back around on the power play. Here's a shot. That one's going to sail wide. Sens hold this one in. Thank you very much. Carlos coming in with the subscribe. Appreciate it. They started the season. Lip-Eye, this is the exhibition season. So this is the official preseason, NHL preseason, not just the rookies. This shot is going to fire just wide. Hey, Jerry, what's going on? Welcome in. Callie Yarncroc is your lone goal scorer here today. Allmark is backup goalie at best. Ooh, really think he's only good enough as a backup? Hey, Brian, welcome in. Now, Allmark, he's fired up. He had some good things to say, of course, on Media Day. He's looking at this season very differently. 1 minute gone on the Ottawa power play. They're going to break into the Leaf zone, putting this one around behind the net. Of course, rosters will start changing very quickly over the next couple of days. We will make community posts to let you know who is sent back down to their teams. This is intercepted, played ahead. Toronto trying to break free in the skates. They can't kick it free, but they do get it all the way down the ice. 35 seconds left now in the Senators power play. Turning this one around, might order a jersey soon. Nice. What do you guys think of the new Oilers jersey? Are you impressed with the new Oilers jersey? We know some are. Hey, Hockey Edits, what's going on? Welcome in. Elk, good to see ya. 8 minutes to go, just about here in the first. 15 seconds left in the power play. Ottawa working this one around. Perron on the far side, sending it up. Here's a little chip pass back to the point. Giroux going cross ice. They're cycling it. Here's a cross ice pass. Doesn't connect. Giroux picks it up. Power play about to expire. It does. Here's a shot that's blocked. Toronto, Danford out of the box with a breakaway. Danford coming in, shooting. Misses the net. Allmark may have got a piece of that. But Danford out of the box. A penalty expires, jumps out of the box, and he comes in with the breakaway. Nice opportunity for the youngster there, Ben Danford. Ottawa going to set it up behind, not able to capitalize with the man advantage. 7:23 to go here. Cowan trying to intercept in the middle. This is going to be chipped. Cowan turning around. Cowan breaking loose, and that's a little hook from behind, lifted the stick. Here's a shot by Robertson, and he scores! Little Nicky says thank you, and he absolutely hammers this one. Nick Robertson with his first preseason goal. And we got to thank Easton Cowan here. Easton Cowan, a little nifty little play. He fought for this one, was able to keep it in, tied up his man enough. It comes across to David Kempf with a little backhanded pass to Nick Robertson, and he absolutely rips this one. Nice play. We know Robertson has a shot. We know he has a shot, and he buries it. Now, remember last year, too, Nick Robertson had a massive preseason, and of course, he still got benched. But he comes up with a big goal. Nick Robertson puts the Leafs ahead 2-0. Off the draw, this coming in the corner. Kempf and Cowan pick up the assists. So again, nice forechecking work by Easton Cowan led to making that goal happen. Latari going cross ice. That pass missed everybody. Ottawa going to pick this one up. Under 7 minutes to go here in period number 1. Your Atlantic top 3, Montreal, Ottawa, Florida. In that particular order, do you think Montreal and Ottawa are going to be above Florida? Allmark setting it up behind his own net. Going to start to move this one across. Oh, Beverly, I hope you get well soon. Invoked, that's right, we back. We be back, Jack. Toronto setting it up in their own end. A little quick outlet pass deflected in. Quinlan going in here hard after it. Allmark going to work it around away from him. Toronto going to keep this one in. Passing this one across. They're going to flip this one in. The chase is on. Thurn keeping it in. This shot is blocked. It's going to go to the corner. Thurn is going to start to back away. And Toronto intercepts at the red line. They have to wait, and they can't wait long enough. They come in offside. 6:02 to go here in period number 1. Nick Robertson, 15 goals last year was his career high. And I think he only played 69 games, if I recall. Nick Robertson had this weird habit of every time he would sit, he would come in healthy and score. 52 wins last year for the Toronto Maple Leafs was second in the National Hockey League. So they put up a lot of wins. I think a lot of the players in Toronto are underestimated because of the top end are just elite. Yeah, Mark, I would agree with you there. I would certainly agree with you. Oh, Florida, Ottawa, Montreal. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Florida is definitely going to have a run for that top spot. I don't know if Ottawa has enough to be number 2. Montreal certainly will be up there. Sens behind their own goal. Going to look to work this one across. A little cycle behind. Senators still setting it up. Going to carry. Little pass it. Ottawa hitting the red line. Dumping it in. 5.5 to go now in period number 1. Behind the net, Mermis trying to cycle it over. Leafs getting kind of caught here. Danford giving it back over to Mermis. Mermis going to try the other side. Pizzetta going to chip this one ahead. Racing in on here, and we got a whistle. They're saying nope. That's an icing call. Pizzetta wrong side of the red line. And this coming all the way down. People first, Yukon. How's it going? Welcome in. Lion, this game is on Sportsnet. So Sportsnet is carrying it. Of course, only one of the Sportnet channels. All the other ones are carrying the Blue Jays game, where the Blue Jays are now up 6-2. So good job here by the Toronto Blue Jays, of course, because we're not calling today's game. They decided to actually show up. Off the draw, this is going to be chipped all the way down the ice again since after race. Leafs have been very good getting it out of their own zone to this point in the first period. Kemp forcing Stützle back. Cowan with a little clip on Stützle. And the Sens sending this one down the ice. Marshall Rafai going to cycle it around the boards. Over to David Kemp. Back to Rafai. Rafai sending it around. They're going to try over on the other side. Quinlan going to work this one up to Cowan. Cowan going to send this over to Robertson. Robertson, a little back pass to Rafai. Rafai dumping this one in. Thank you for hitting that subscribe, Little Spring. I appreciate it. Welcome to the community. Giroux over the line, going to bring this one in for the Senators. Trying to send it across, a split save, and the goaltender has lost his glove. We got a bare handout. He's covering that line. And finally, they're going to blow this one down. You hate to see a goaltender whose glove comes off and they try to shield it. Villeneuve and Rafai are getting into it here now. They're trying to get in at Stützle. And Arter going to pick this one up. Good, tough save. Very tough save. So it's Arter Akhtiamov. So he made the save. He's checking his hand. He's making sure it's okay. They're going to go to commercial break. Taking a look at the other baseball scores, at least the ones that matter. Right now, it's the Yankees and Orioles tied at 1. So they are tied at 1s. Red Sox don't get going till later tonight. So we'll be checking that one out. Yeah, Jamie, I'll get it like 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10, I'll probably get it right. So that's why we just call him Arter. Coming up at the first intermission, we're going to be taking a look at the Maple Leafs roster, what some of their lineups could certainly look like. It is going to be an interesting go for Toronto this year. Your goal scorers so far, Callie Yarncroc and little Nicky Robertson. Shots right now, 8 shots apiece. and you'll see it when they update it. Hopefully everything is good size. The stats over here, we got on the far side where all the shots are coming from. The dots are the goals, the X's are the shots, and of course down below you'll see the numbers of the players that are on the ice. So depending on where you're watching, hopefully the sizing of everything is good. If not, we can try and make some adjustments. Jay's got robbed. Varsho catch double play. New York said no catch. Oh, John, I tell you, we've had so many replays not going our way. So many replays. It just makes you wonder, right? The things that make you go, But we're going to take a little sip. Wow, I forgot how fast the game is. When you call baseball for so long, you forget. You forget how fast-paced the action is. But Nick Robertson, looking to do some good. 69 games played, 15 goals. In 23-24, he played in 56 games, had 14 goals. So let's see, is he going to get in more games this year? Is he going to get more playing time? We got a whistle right away. This one is going to be called back. Nick Robertson has kind of been unlucky in the fact that, yes, he got in 69 games last year. We'll take that. We'll take that. But remember, he played for the most part third and fourth line minutes. So while Nick Robertson got into games, he did not get a lot of playing time. He was always last or second last on the list in terms of average ice time per that game. So the fact he had 15 goals was pretty darn impressive. That's coming around 4 minutes to go. Ottawa trapped in their own zone. Leafs cycling this one around. Which new Leaf are you most excited for? Ooh, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. Probably Nick Waugh. Well, maybe not. Nick Waugh is good. I'm excited for Maselli. I want to see where he's going to be. But the physicality, right? The physicality of Nick Waugh is exciting to me. I can't wait to see what potentially he is going to do. Dakota Joshua as well. Man, it's so tough. I think those three are going to be good. But yeah, probably Maselli. Maselli is getting some high praise right now. Austin Matthews about to score 100 points this season. I would love to see it. Would love to see him be able to get that. He could be a Hyman type player. Yeah, Todd. Welcome in, Todd, by the way. Ryan, how's it going? Not happy with the Blue Jays. Ivor, how's it going? Yeah, you get that a lot. 3.5 minutes to go here in period number 1. Jonathan, how's it going? Yeah, I know, Jonathan. We've been watching kind of here on the side, been watching it, seeing how it's going. But it's okay. Jays still have a nice little lead, although KC threatening. Joshua Waugh paired up is 2/3 of a hell of a lot. Yeah, Mark. It is, especially if you end up putting them with Pizzetta. This is going to be hit. KC going to score another run. So one comes in. That's going to be 6-3 now. So Ottawa last year was their first playoff berth since the 2016-17 season. Yeah, Michael, hockey's my sport. It's the first preseason game. I had to be here. Had to be here for it. This is going to be played up, tipped out. Now, listen, I'll be honest with you. Our numbers, our viewership numbers would be about 5 times they are if I was doing the Blue Jay game. But for me, it's not about the numbers. It's about my team. And I'm a Leafs guy. I had to be here for the first preseason game. We got a penalty coming up. Ridley Gregg and Villeneuve come together. And I believe Ridley Gregg is going to go. And so Toronto's going to get a chance on the power play. Let's go Oilers. Mick Dry. Love that name. Mick Dry. So Gregg coming in. Villeneuve went to hit him. Ridley Gregg kind of ties him up and takes him down. Season this year will be big growth. I hope so, Sealk. I hope so. We're going to need everybody's help to make it happen. We're now sitting 461 on the sub list. They scored again, 6-4 now. Maple Leafs on the power play. Last season, the Maple Leafs power play was tied for 8th. At one point, it was tied for 3rd, I believe. Off the draw, back to the point. Going to bring this one in. Mermis sending it around behind the net. Nick Robertson there. He gets into it with Stutzla. Going back the other way. Yarncroc left his spot. And Shabbat is going to flip this one up. Cowan trying to hold it in. They can. It comes off of Robertson. They got to leave as it was offside. 2:40 to go in the first. This one is going to be played out. Here's Stutzla. Again, with this line, Toronto not being overly aggressive. Senators just working the puck around. Not dumping it down. Now they chip it down the ice, and the Leafs got to go back in here after it. Scooping it up. Looking with how good the Leafs are doing. I think the Leafs should trade Matthews, Nylander, Tavares. Yeah, right, Hayden. That's funny. In the corner, Leafs bringing it in. Sens digging it. David Kempf going to get this back to the line. In the middle of the ice. Little chip pass over. Valtteri setting it up top. Here's a long shot. They score on the power play. The Maple Leafs do it again on the power play. Villeneuve takes the shot. I think this went clean through, and young William Villeneuve gets the goal. We'll see if this one gets deflected or if it was changed. No, it looks like this one went straight in off the post and in. Let's get a little closer shot. It gets through. Off the corner and in. Nice little shot. Wow. Excellent, excellent work. A goal by a defenseman, something the Leafs certainly struggled with 2 minutes to go in the first period. The Maple Leaf Young Stars are up 3-0 over an NHL caliber Ottawa Senators group. It is preseason game number 1, and it doesn't really count, but it gets us excited. Thank you, Andrew, hitting that subscribe. Little comes in immediate. Well, pickleball, that's a little thing to do. Oh, the Jays, but the Leafs, no. Go Sens, go. Hey, that's okay, Jonathan. That's okay. Nobody's perfect. It's preseason. It doesn't count for anything, but gosh, we love getting excited because hockey is here. 1:25 to go, up over the line. Ottawa steps in and one, an easy catch. As Thompson sends it in, and Akiyama is going to hang on to it. 1:20 to go in period number 1. Chase, unfortunately, I cannot do that for you. I believe you've asked that question before. You know we cannot. Hockey is here. Spring. Rob, what's up? Welcome in. Oh, sweet, sweet Leafs. Oh, sweet, sweet Leafs. I do want to say a big thank you, by the way. Letarian Hames getting assists on that Villeneuve goal. I do want to give a huge thank you. A lot of you were in with us yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, and we had a great birthday stream. So thank you, everybody who joined us yesterday, threw some birthday gifts my way, and supported us. We really appreciate it. So thank you once again. It was an awesome night. All right, Brady Tkachuk going to step in, take this draw. He's going to win it back. And the Leafs, though, going to intercept or knock the pass away, and the Sens going to back all the way up in their own zone. Turning around, long pass, going to be brought in over the line. Little backhander by Brady. Corner on the far side. Pizzetta, he gets turned around. Going to chip this to the line, and the Leafs going to use the boards. They get it out to the red line, still battling Yarncroc. Going to play this one back. Last minute of play here in this period. I forgot. I have sounds, but I haven't loaded them all. Ottawa behind their own zone, going to throw this one all the way down the ice. This will be an icing call, and it is. Nathan, average Leafs fan. What is so average? The North-South game, a heavy forecheck brought the Chiefs a lot of success. Yeah, the kids are buying in quickly. It is very important. Big Tiger, what's going on? Welcome in. Waiting for the Avs game to start. The Avs are going to be an interesting one to watch this year. Will their goaltending hang on for them? But thank you, Big Tiger. I appreciate that. Thank you, James Dean, hitting that subscribe. We're working our way to 470. Going to work this one around. Ottawa in their own zone. 40 seconds left on the clock. This going to be chipped out and down the ice. Toronto racing back for it. Here comes Giroux coming hard on it. Leafs going to turn the corner. And again, just going to work it up. Robertson, a little tip pass to Cowan. Cowan going to dump this one in. Robertson and Cowan both coming in on the forecheck. Robertson using his little frame to throw a hit. Going to hop up. Kemp comes in here as well. Digging at it. Less than 18 seconds to go. This is going to come free. Back to the line. Rafai going to pass it over. Toronto just flipping it into the corner. Kemp in there. Robertson in there. Can't move Shabbat. Shabbat going to carry it up. Passing this one ahead. Cowan trying to take his man down. They steal it away. 2 seconds to go. Robertson just going to hang on to it. The horn is going to go, and period number 1 is in the books. Hey, Alan, how's it going? Welcome in. First period is in the books as we flip back over here. What a period of hockey it was. This was a lot of fun. 3-0 Maple Leafs. If you missed it, Calle Jarnkrok opened up the scoring unassisted as he walked out of the corner. Nick Robertson, he picks up his first from David Kempf. And on the power play, William Villeneuve, he scores a long shot from the point. Letary and Hames going to pick up the assists on that one. Some nice moves and some nice work by the Maple Leafs. Ben Danford picked up a penalty for hooking and Ridley Gregg for holding. Those were your 2 penalties of the period. 10 shots for the Senators, 8 for the Maple Leafs. Face-offs right now currently sit 50-50. On the hits, 8 hits for Ottawa, 7 for Toronto. Toronto has blocked 5 shots so far in this period, 3 block shots for the Ottawa Senators. Yeah, I would like to sleep. They've been playing well. It has been solid play. They're moving the puck well. They're coming back and helping out in their own end. I actually really enjoy what this squad is doing. So real important to see what they are doing. Leafs a C team, by the way. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, yeah, they're a C team. This was a good start for the Leafs. This is fun to watch. Oh, thank you, Big Tiger. We'll be here all season long. Is the name of my hometown in France. Oh, very cool. Villeneuve was also the name of a very good Canadian race car driver back in the day, if you recall. Goalie who nobody can name seems to be having an early solid game. He is much better game today than he had in the prospect tournament a week or so ago. All right, what I want to do tonight is I want to talk a little bit about, I got to get an intermission timer up there. Just realized I was missing that. I want to talk a little bit about the Maple Leafs and their roster in some of the projected matchups. It's going to be interesting. We don't really know what the Leafs are going to throw out there. What we were expecting to see is something like a Matthew Nyes with Austin Matthews and Matthias Marcelli. That is kind of the combination that everybody's been talking about. I think we can all agree Nyes and Matthews are 1,000% going to be together. But the question is, who plays on the other side? Is it Marcelli? Is it Domi? Domi right now, by the way, is day-to-day. He's got a little bit of an injury. Nolan, the Blue Jays are out to, they were out to a good start. KC was starting to come back. 6-4 is the score right now in that one. 6-4. So Domi is out for a little bit, but we're going to assume Marcelli is going to be up there on that top line. Now, the second line is where things get very interesting. We know John Tavares is probably going to be that second line center. We know in the past they talked about bringing him down to the third line, but we got to assume he's going to start on that second one. Yeah, Lucas, we saw it was crazy. It was crazy. William Nylander, no doubt, is going to be on the right side with John Tavares. But again, that means who's going to be on the other side? Bobby McMahon, is he going to get up and get some second line minutes, or is it going to be Domi? Is there an opportunity that John Tavares slides down to a third line center spot and Domi is going to center that second line? Domi really becomes a piece that you can move around all over the place. So the top 2 lines, it's interesting because we're not really sure where Domi's going to put in. We know Bobby McMahon can score goals. We know he looks good. Potentially, he does slide down. The third line is where you're probably going to find Joshua and Waugh. Do they play with Nick Robertson on the side? Do they play with Easton Cowan on the side? Lawrence and Lawton probably going to be firm up the fourth line. And then is it going to be Cowan or Robertson that plays on the fourth line? So there certainly is a lot of shuffling around. And that's to say, we still haven't talked about Calle Jarnkrok. We still haven't talked about David Kempf. So let's kind of assume that we're going to have, can I not make this adjustment here? No, I can't. Okay, I thought I could make some adjustments to this, but I can't. So it's going to be interesting to see how these lines actually plug in. It's not a sure thing. We know that Michael Pezzetta is not going to be an everyday player. At least I believe he's not going to be an everyday player. I got my idea. Lost it. I'm good. Oh, John, good to see you. Glad you found it. Welcome back in. We know Pizzetta is not going to be a full-time player. What's going to happen with Kempf and Yarncroc and Robertson, right? There's not enough space. And again, let's assume Easton Cowan makes the team because we all want Easton Cowan to make this team. Allmark is going to be terrible from a Sens fan. Nick, I don't think he's going to be so bad. So I don't know what they're going to do. We'd like to see Joshua and Watt come in as full-timers. So if they do that, there is not room for Cowan, Robertson, Yarncroc, and Kampf. There just isn't. So is there a trade that's going to be brewing? I hope it's not Nick Robertson that's going to find himself sitting on the bench the whole time. It's going to be interesting. They got some serious decisions they have to make. From a defensive side, I think things are much more secure. We know Morgan Riley is going to be playing. We know Tanev is going to be playing. We know McCabe and Ekman Larson are going to be playing. And we know Brendan Carlo and Simone Benoit are going to be playing. Henry Thurn is going to be an extra D, which means there is zero room for any player to come up and play D on this team. Our defense is completely full. Our goaltenders, we know who the goaltenders are, so really it's from a forward perspective. Maple Leafs do have to make an adjustment because right now they have one extra roster spot. They have 24 of 23 roster spots. So somebody needs to move. So at some point, we are going to lose somebody for a trade, put on waivers, whatever it may be. Does that mean Nick Robertson could get moved for a draft pick? Does Yarncroc get moved or Kempf get moved for a draft pick? You know, dollars and cents are certainly going to come into play. Robertson is making a little bit more, about $3 million, where Kempf is at 2.4 and Yarncroc is at 2.1. That certainly is going to come into determine that. So the Maple Leafs, they have one contract they have to move. It's probably going to be one of those three people. Who is it going to be? That still doesn't solve all of their issues. It still means we have a couple guys, healthy scratches sitting up there, but we know Matthews is in. We know Nylander is in. We know Knies, Tavares is in. Domi will be in. Maselli, Joshua Wall, they will all be in. Lawton, McMahon, Lorentz. Pizzetta is not going to play every day. It comes down to those three, Robertson, Yarncroc, and David Kempf. Be interesting to see. Yeah, John Draisaitl signed a big deal with the Oilers. He's going to be there for a very, very long time. Leaf fans already getting excited. Absolutely, Peyton. Why should I not get excited because of preseason? Give me one good reason why I should not be excited. It's preseason hockey. I love my hockey. I don't care if it's juniors. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if it's World Cup. I don't care whatever it is. I love my hockey, and the fact that it's here and we're getting it going, it is so good. Hey, Simon, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. So, yeah, the Leafs are winning. Again, it's nice, but it's preseason. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What makes it a little sweeter is because it's the kids. No stars are in this lineup, and they're taking on the big Ottawa Senator Stars. So that makes it a little more exciting for sure. But it's preseason, it's hockey, it's here, and this is what we all love so very much. All right, let's check in again. 6-5. Oh my goodness, Blue Jays are blowing it. 6-5, the Kansas City Royals. They got one on, one out, bottom of the sixth inning. KC. Yikes. What are they doing? My goodness. Little gives up another. Oh boy. Oh boy. Matt, yeah, they're barely holding on. They are barely holding on. Leafs are one. Who cares about the Jays? Leafs are on. Who cares about the Jays? Cove, I love it. Listen, I love my Toronto sports. I love my Leafs. I love my Jays. I love my Raptors. I love my Argos. Yeah, I'll even give a little elbow bump to TFC, and I'm not a soccer guy. But it's this time of year where everything is here, and we love it, no doubt. 3-0. 3-0 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's take this one. All right, taking a look at some of the other scores from the major leagues. 10-0 Pirates over the Athletics. 1-1 Yankees and Orioles still tied. 1-0 Reds over the Cubbies. 3-2 Nationals over the Mets. 3-2 Twins over the Guardians. 3-0 Padres over the White Sox. 4-1 Cardinals over the Brewers. 2-0 Marlins over the Rangers. 1-1 Angels and Rockies. Now, I do want to let you know, tomorrow the Blue Jays have off. Tuesday, they are starting a whole new series against the Boston Red Sox. Now, Tuesday, the Ottawa Senators and the Maple Leafs are going to meet up again. In Toronto. We are going to go that game. We are going to go with the Blue Jays as they're starting a very important series with the Red Sox. So Tuesday, we'll be flipping over there and seeing what happens. Yeah, the Scepters, of course. Todd, got to give a shout out to the Scepters for sure. So Tuesday, we'll be here with the Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. So, yeah, Jesse, we'll get an intermission timer up there. We'll get one up there. One of those things I forgot to add. I got to figure out how to add a timer with this new program for sure. All right, let me flip over to NHL scores. 1-0 Predators over the Panthers. And that one is Ryder Rolston who gets the goal. If we take a look at the other games, the Rangers are already done. Rangers win 5-3 over the Devils. Gabe Perreault scored for the Rangers. Brian Halonen for the Devils. Then it's Dylan Roberek, Connor Sheary, Scott Moreau, Johnny Brodzinski for the Rangers, Paul Cotter, and Arseny Gritsuk for the Devils. And you got to love preseason hockey because the names are all over the place. Some of these names we never heard of before. I love my Habs. I love my Als. I love my soccer team. Love the Expos. I would love to see the Expos come back. I would absolutely love to see the Expos come back. The Expos, man, they were so much fun. Okay, so the question is, will the goaltenders go the full game today, or are they going to switch it up? Allmark with the start. 8 shots faced, only 3 goals given up, which means only 5 saves, a 6.25 save percentage. Not good. Giroux, it's not Giroux. Gruex with a shot on goal. Yarncroc with a shot on goal. Kemp with a shot. Robertson and Pizzetta each with a shot. Quinlan with 2 shots for the Maple Leafs. For the Senators, Giroux with 1. Brady Tkachuk with 2. Perron with 1. Pedersen with 1. And Yannick with 1. Nick Cousins, Yannick, and McEwen all -2 today. Ouch. Ouch. From a defensive perspective, Villeneuve, the only shot on goal from a defenseman, and he scored. Dakota Mermis is a +2 today. The Senators' defense hurting. Chabot with a shot. Spence with a shot. Thompson with a shot. Sabrango with a shot. But Monty Paulo, Clavin, Thompson, and Sabrango all -1. So those are kind of the stats from the first period as we're getting ourselves ready for period number 2. Should be starting momentarily. Fizzy, what's going on? It has not come back on yet. You want the Oilers to win a day 2. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the Oilers are going to do this year. The Oilers are at home, so they will be putting up a little bit of a bigger lineup. One thing we are going to see a lot of split squad games, right? You're going to see some of the youngsters play one. You're going to see all the star players play at home, and that's just kind of the way preseason hockey goes. So I'm excited it's here. I hope you're excited. Again, thank you for being here. Make sure you're tapping that thumbs up button for us. Hit that like button. Let's at least get us up to 100 likes. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe or follow and help us continue to grow as we're walking towards 30K. By the way, at 30K, we are going to be doing a 30K giveaway. We're going to have a little something that we're going to give to a lucky subscriber. So we appreciate it. Yeah, Leafs are playing well. It's a nice start. Always excited to see when the Leafs come out and get things going in gear. Jays continuing to need a little bit of help. 6-5 right now in that one. Little giving up a bunch of runs. It's the end of the 6th. So going up to the 7th inning, Jays looking to hold down this 1-run lead. Springer with an RBI. Vladdy has 2 RBIs today, so good for Vladdy, finally able to pick up some RBIs. Jimenez with an RBI. Heineman with an RBI. And we will continue to monitor what is happening over on the Blue Jays stride. KC getting some help from the umpire. Yeah, Blue Jays need to step in. Blue Jays need to play hard. Top of the 7th inning, a little insurance would be nice. It would certainly be nice. All right, let's see. Penguins and Canadians tomorrow night. Yeah, Pens and Canadians tomorrow night. That should be a fun one. Of course, I believe Marc-Andre Fleury is going to be playing. He signed a contract. He's going to be playing a period to show his kids him playing in a Pittsburgh uniform before he retires. Yeah, very unfortunate. Hard to believe Bernie Perron passing away. Always sad. Always sad. Strikeout at the end of the inning. There it is. Pickleball Pat dropping in the updates. We appreciate all the updates for sure. Now, don't forget channel members that are here. You do have the ability to drop in those custom emojis every game as we go. Oh, I can't believe it. It's almost surreal. It's almost surreal that today is here. Colorado, they're getting going at 4:30 and they're playing the Utah Mammoth. The Utah Mammoth finally have their logo, finally have their jerseys. Going to be very interesting to see how the Mammoth come out and play. Fleury got the ending Price wanted. Oh, yeah. And he definitely ruined his career. Definitely did. That one hurts. It hurts. Patriots just lost 21-14 to the Steelers. Thank you, Joshua. Updating us on some NHL or NFL. NHL is on my mind. On my mind all the way through. Preds up 2-0. We're winning the cup. That's so funny. Titans suck. You lost 41-20. Ouch. That's a big score. A very big score. In that week after 29 passes, Utah's got nothing on Colorado Avs. No, Big Tiger. Colorado is going to be a wild team this year. And we'll be watching, right? Is Crosby going to end up an Avalanche at some point? We know what McKinnon's going to do. I love picking up Brock Nelson. I'm a big Brock Nelson fan. Good little pickup there. Natushkin, of course, you got to watch him. Natchez, a good pickup. You guys got a solid lineup. The only issue I have with Colorado is the defense is kind of top heavy and then it gets a little weaker, and your goaltending. Mackenzie Blackwood is okay, but I don't know if that is a Stanley Cup winning goaltending duo with Mackenzie Blackwood and Scott Wedgwood. That is to me the weak spot. Obviously with Makar and Taves, Girard and Manson, it's good. I would say Makar, Taves and Girard are a good top. Manson, Malinsky and Burns. You know, Burnsy's starting to go down at 40 years old. What is Burnsy going to do? But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. All right, they're just getting set to get back on the ice for period number 2. Honkin, what's going on? Welcome in. Favorite NFL team, the Bills all the way. Bills all the way. Hey, Jason, welcome in. Go Leafs, go. Feels good to say that. Yes, indeed it does. That's right, Joshua going to end his career there. We are so excited for him. The lights are on. They're on the ice. It's time to get set for period number 2. Let's bring this one over. 3-0. Maple Leafs have the lead. I don't know if I like this screen. I think it's too busy. I think there's too much going on. We might have to figure out how to make a screen that looks a little bit better. All right, let's go. What's up? Patoli, how's it going? Russell, welcome in. Go Bills. That's right, Todd. Here we go. Second period is underway. By the way, let me know what you like of the screen setup here. Is it too much? Should we simplify it? Should we change it? What do you like? What don't you like? Let me know. Here comes Tkachuk with a little bouncer on net. Nick Robertson going to pick this one up. He's going to send it down the ice. Comes off the boards, and Mark has to hang on to it, and we're going to get a whistle. We got a face-off coming up. Oh, and it's Sogard. So we got a change in net here. Sogard is going to come in. Allmark is done after one. Sogard now comes in. We'll see if the Maple Leafs have a tendy change as well. But Sogard now comes into this game here for the Senators. We will see if Pexa is going to come in for the Maple Leafs. This around, Toronto going to pick it up in their own zone. A little flip pass, walking this one in. Here's a long shot. Sogard going to steer this to the corner. Yarncroc, he has it. He passes it in front. Well, more like had it knocked off his stick. And Brady Tkachuk is going to play this one down. Mind your 49ers. These destinations, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you, Lynn. Shy Lynn, hitting that subscribe. Welcome in. Ottawa working this one back to the point. Here's a long shot. Big block. Big shot block. Back up. Another shot, another block. McEwen really stepped into that one. 86 miles an hour. Ottawa going D to D, putting it in the high slot. Little stick lift there. That's going to bring this one down to the corner. Trying to bring this one across. Irene, simplify it. Okay. Irene, what do you think we should take out? Hey, Luna, what's going on? 6-7. What should we take out, Luna? Or Irene? Another shot, and that's going to be stopped, and it looks like it is Arter. Aktymyov still in here and still going to hang on to this one. Just a couple minutes gone. Yeah, Derek, it's getting close. It's getting close. Do you go to Sabres games? I heard that is very close to the border. Yeah, Jonathan, it is very close. I haven't been to a Sabres game in years. We talked about it actually last fall. We almost hopped over and went to check it out, but we didn't because it was so last minute. Herman, what's going on? Welcome in. Shy, thank you for hitting that subscribe. The GOP screen? What's the GOP screen? Here's a shot, hits the post, and they score. The Senators off the draw, going to bring this one around, and I think it's going to be Batherson who's going to get this going. You heard the ba-ding, you heard it going. The top screen, the one that shows this one here that's flashing. Whoops. This one I'm flashing, Irene. Is that the one? Touching. Love that. Off the post and in. Batherson taking the shot. What a blast. And Ridley Gregg is going to pick it off the post, and he's going to put that one in. Ridley Gregg, his first of the preseason from Batherson and Sabrango. Mark, you say that one. I like that one. I like that screen. All right, we'll see. We go to Ottawa, cheap tickets, 125, 6 rows from the glass. Wow, that's wild, Rob. Says yes. Okay, so everyone agrees that screen's gotta go. And we got a penalty pending here as Ottawa. Ridley Gregg scores 3-1. Ottawa starting their comeback. Harisi is what's going on. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's on one of the Sportsnet channels. I know they're showing a lot of the Jays as well. Blue Jays can't get any insurance. That's going to the bottom of the 7th, 6-5. It's KC looking to tie it up. Off the draw, Sen's going to bring this one across. Going to dump this one in. So no penalty. Thought we were getting a penalty. We did not. This working it around. Back to the point. Keeping this one in. Shabbat going to work this one down low. Center it across. It's tipped. And a nice save. And we got some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Latari getting in there, mixing it up. Everybody getting the hands up in the faces. So clearly Ottawa had a little bit of a talking to. A little bit of talking to because they're come out and they're playing a much different game here than what they did in period number 1. Ottawa coming out much harder. Much harder. $29.99 per month. That's why we're here. Thank you, Troy. That's right. That's why we are here for you. Let me pay so you don't have to. Here comes Kampf, going to bring this one in. Kampf dinging it around in the corner, trying to play this one over. Nick Robertson comes up with it. Robbie trying to chase this one down. He's digging. And Ottawa going to pull this one to the line. Nope. Toronto doing a good job along the boards. Cowan coming in. Cowan over to Robertson. He shoots. And that one gets a piece of Sogard and comes around to the other side. Brady Tkachuk, a little backhanded pass. Stutzla coming up the middle. Stutzla drops this one back. Greg has it, Shabbat, excuse me, has it taken away by Robertson. Regains, they're cycling it around. Here's Brady Tkachuk. He's going to lob this one towards the net. And it's into the Leaf Tendy Trappy. In the Trapper. And he's going to hang on to this one. Boss, what's going on? Hello, Jay. Yeah, Jays are having some issue. Vladdy cost a run. Yikes, don't want to see that. Vladdy's having enough trouble. We don't want to get all over Vladdy. Vladdy's got enough fan issues. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. First Leaf game of the season, preseason. So we got to be here. Ottawa off the draw, running this one up. A little pass across. Good block down. In the corner, Toronto going to pick it up. They're going to try and carry. Little communication issue. This coming around down in the corner. Ottawa. Ridley Gregg going to bring this one back up. Hits a bump. High stick. No call. Back, and we got some gloves down. Batherson fighting, and here comes third man in. What are you doing? So we had two guys dropping the gloves, and we got more guys dropping the gloves. Is that Pizzetta? I can't tell. We got a couple dances going on. Ridley Gregg is in the middle of it. I believe that's Pizzetta. Batherson is in there. It is Pizzetta going at Ridley Gregg because we know Gregg is public enemy number one. Clavin, I think, threw a hit, which started everything, and all of a sudden gloves were thrown. We got a third man in. He should be tossed out of this one. But boy, oh boy, this came out of nowhere. Clavin dipping the shoulder down real hard. Real hard on, was that Rafai? So Batherson, he gets tied up. Oh, so it was Rafai who was standing up to Batherson. And then those two drop the gloves, and a third man comes flying in. So Rafai, so hang on a second. This is all confusing. So much hits going on. One hit was thrown. It was David Perron who came flying in as Rafai goes after Batherson. Perron comes flying in. Perron should be 5 in a game. He should be tossed for third man in. So Marshall Rafai is in the box here. Holy smokes. So much just went down. So Villeneuve, Pizzetta, Rafai, all going to get 2. Batherson, Gregg getting a couple. We're going to have to wait for the officials to sort this one all out. So Clavin throws a hit at Pizzetta, right? And then Rafai kind of threw a hit at Ridley Gregg. Rafai grabs Batherson. They drop the gloves. And Perron is not getting ejected. What happened to the third man in rule? The gloves were dropped, and here comes Perron to step in. That's third man in. What? So someone explain this to me. Is the third man in rule abolished? Because Batherson and Rafai had the gloves dropped, and they were fighting, and Perron came flying in to get involved. So the officials are talking. They're going to sort this one out. Well, let's see. This should be the case. The third man in rule results in a game misconduct for a penalty for a player who intervenes in an already in progress altercation or fight, regardless of the motivation. So David Perron should be ejected with a game misconduct. So Marshall Rafai is going to the bench. So what? He dropped the gloves and was fighting. How is he not getting a 5-minute fighting penalty? What is going on? Do these NHL officials not understand the rule book? So Marshall Rafai drops the gloves. Batherson gloves off. They were fighting. Now they were bear hugging, but the gloves are off. That's a fight. David Perron comes flying in and tackles him down. That's third man in. It's not any clearer than that. So Rafai is on the bench. He's not getting any penalty. No fighting, no roughing, no nothing. We got two Senators in the box. So Greg... So Ridley Gregg gets 2 minutes for slashing. So Greg gets a slash. Pizzetta gets a rough. Batherson gets a rough. And Marshall Rafai gets nothing? Okay, so referees are clearly watching a different game than we are. The Maple Leafs are going to end up on a power play as Ridley Gregg takes the extra. Apparently, dropping your gloves is no longer a 5-minute fighting penalty. Leafs on the power play. Senators going to win the opening draw. They're going to send this one down. Brady Tkachuk is crying. He is. Ridley Gregg is a real disturber. Toronto going to bring this one up. Little move into the middle. Cowan cycling. Now he gives it over to Robertson. Robertson back down low to the point to Cowan. Cowan to Robertson. Robertson and Cowan crisscross. Robertson going to work up to the half boards over to Cowan. Cowan does not shoot. Back over to Robertson. He has to take it on his backhand. Robertson looking, goes down low. Back to Robertson. One-timer. Sogard makes the save. Robertson going to keep this one in. And we got Sogard losing his bucket. So I guess it hit him up high, popped the strap, and he shakes the head off. So the bucket comes off. This is blown down, and Callie Yarncroc going to help out the netminder by picking his bucket off the ice. Refs back to the same things. I just don't get it. Hey, Kareem, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, we're watching. It is bonkers right now. So weird playing. Very, very weird playing. So, yeah, Sogard, the strap did come off. He shakes the helmet off, and as soon as the netminder's helmet comes off, they got to blow the whistle. So off the draw, a bit of a scramble comes right back on Sogard. He's got to be sharp, steer this one aside. This can be played off the boards and at a play. So face-off going to be right back in the Ottawa zone. I still don't really understand what just transpired. I mean, I understand Pizzetta and Ridley Gregg. Now, they also had dropped the gloves and were fighting. However, they're both given 2 minutes for roughing. So Batherson and Rafai, who dropped the gloves and were fighting, get nothing. So I don't understand. And of course, that means if they say there was no fight between Rafai and Batherson, Perron doesn't get ejected for a third man in because technically there was no fight. Toronto going to bring it in. Here comes Rafai. Stopping in the middle, shooting, and that's going to go just wide. Nice little rush there. This one back across. So that was Hames, excuse me. Down low, Hames going to the front of the net. Jam play. They're going to flip this one through. Digging at it right on the goal line. Sogard with that 1 yard stance, keeping this one out. 35 seconds to go on the power play. Leafs back to the point. Going to work it back across. Back up top in the high slot. Kempf going to feed it down low again. Kempf in the slot. Tips this one towards the middle. Ottawa intercepts, and they're going to clear this one down the way, all the way down the ice. Preseason for them too. That's true, Todd. Preseason, them too. You saw Matt Cook in a really, Matt Cook. That guy, Matt Cook was wild. Hey, Nicholas, how's it going? Welcome in. Leafs going to bring this one in. 5 seconds, they score on the power play. 4-1 baby Leafs. And it's going to be Matthew Barbaloni, the Barbie man. Wow. Ottawa tries to clear this one up. Toronto's going to go 2 for 2 on the power play. A nice little feed, and Barbaloni takes the shot short side. It just squeaks under the arm and in. Sogard had really solid positioning, but this is just a shot that kind of hits the side of his body and trickles through. So a nice little shot here. Barbaloni, Matthew getting the goal in 4-1 Toronto here in period number 2. Unbelievable. His first of the preseason. This coming around down in the corner. Ottawa steals. They turn it over. Toronto getting it back. Going to carry this one up. 14 minutes to go here in period number 2. 16-13 the shots on net. Toronto bringing it in. Ottawa going to pick it up. They're going to move this one across the edge on a very nice goal. Very nice goal. Big hitting that follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're so close. Whoop, it's down here now. I forget it's not up here. It's down here. If you're not hitting that follow, if you're not hitting that subscribe, do me a favor. Hit that button. Let's get it up to 475. 7 subs away from 475. Let's do it today, as they're going to go to commercial break. Let's hop over, take a little look. David, what's going on? Welcome in. Let's take a little look-see. The Blue Jays 6-5, top of the 8th inning. 1 out. France is up. Blue Jays have 1 runner on. They're trying to settle things down. Barbolini. Yeah, what did I say? I said Barbolini. Call him the Barbie man. The Barbolini, better than Baloney. He's having a good game. He was a little soft in the prospect tournament as well, but I like what he is bringing up. He's playing a big, solid game. Let's hope the Toronto Maple Leafs win this one. Yeah, 4-1. And again, it's just preseason. It's just preseason, so it only counts for pride. It only counts for pride. Looks like Ben Danford here is going to pick up a penalty of his own for flipping it over the glass. So Ben Danford is going to come away with a delay of game penalty. Nice shot from a close angle. Yeah, real nice shot. Listen, those ones are tough. Sam, you need birthday cheese. Oh, Dallas. Listen, I've had enough birthday treats, but man, I could totally go for some cheesecake. But I've been trying to hold back on the sweets, but you know, I've maybe had a few. I've maybe snuck a few when I shouldn't have, but that's okay. It's the birthday weekend. We're allowed to sneak a few. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. I do want to call out for those, check out our link tree or our website, samwellb12experience.com, for our links to all social platforms. You can follow us everywhere by going to our link tree or our website, samwellb12experience. You said Barbo Lagna, like lasagna? Did I really? That's funny. Oh, these kids are playing well. The Cheesecake Factory was more than cake. Oh, Todd, Cheesecake Factory is so good. So good. They have a chicken parmesan pizza that is like, it's chicken parm with the pasta on top. Oh, it's delicious. They have a good steak meal. What's that? Ooh. Maybe can we make reservations? Ooh, maybe we'll do a Cheesecake Factory here. There's only one Cheesecake Factory in Toronto. And maybe we'll have to have a little cheesecake dinner. All right, here we go. Drop this puck. Let's go. 4-1 Toronto. Ottawa on the power play. Leafs, Järnkrok in the right position for the right time. Going to come away with this puck. Going to play this one up to David Kampf. He's going to squeak this one in. Kampf and Järnkrok both are very, very sound penalty killers. And I will say this is one area where we certainly will miss Mitch Marner. Marner was a decent penalty killer at times. This is going to be dumped in. Did you not know calories don't count on your birthday week? Oh, spooky. I love it. Perfect. I'm very happy to know. They do not take reservations. Ooh. Working this across. Stutzla bringing this one in. Stutzla trying to center it. Robertson got a stick in there, and Toronto going to turn. They're going to carry this one up. 2-on-1, shorthanded. Robertson driving towards the net. The pass does not come. The shot breaks Shabbat's stick, and the puck goes to the corner. Ottawa going to work this one across. Good hustle there by the Leafs. Over to Brady Tkachuk. He gets pushed up along the boards, trying to dig this one free. Quinlan up on him, working him real good. Wow. This coming around. Down behind. Jacob Quinlan, you'd think he's been playing against guys like Brady Tkachuk for a long time. Did a great job up on the boards with him. 30 seconds to go in the power play. This over on the side. Ottawa feeding it back to the line. Going cross ice. Quick stick by Nick Robertson. Saved the shot there. Coming over to the far side. Drew playing this one back. Ottawa, Stützle. Going to go down low in the corner. Giroux coming around behind the net. Can't get it up top. Left there, Rafai going to play it along the boards. Nick Robertson can't quite work it out. Stützle can't control the pass. 5 seconds in the power play. Stützle bringing it back around the middle. Feeding it over far side. Shot from the faceoff dot. And that's going to be deflected up and out of play just as the power play comes to the end. And David Perron taking that shot. Unbelievable. Don't they know he's Sam Welby? That's right. It's me. It's me. It's Sam Welby. Oh, my goodness. Well, welcome in. You are watching Sam Welby on the Sam Welby 12 Experience live on the SB12 Sports Network. Let's go, Leafs. Trying to win this one back. Leafs with a face-off in their own zone again. Thank you all for being here. Annette, thank you so very much. I appreciate the kind words. Off the draw. Leafs going to bring this one up the near side of the ice, hitting that red line. Little hand in the face. Got to get through that was Barbolini. Sen's going to play this one around. Toronto pinching it on the boards. Leafs working it. Ottawa, big board battle going on here. Sen's going to bring this one out just barely. Leafs steal it away. They're going to carry this one in over the blue line, chipping it down in the corner. Another board battle ensues. They can't come up with it. Now they do on the far side. Leafs trying to center it across, and this one is deflected up and out of play. 11-11 left on the clock. Make a wish. 11-11. And I'm so glad. Thank you so much for being here with us today, joining in. Thank you, everybody. If you found us for the first time today, we really do appreciate it. We know it's a Sunday afternoon. We know there's so much other sports on. We appreciate you tuning in and being here with us today. Game 1 of the preseason. Let's go, Leafs. Jenik in to take this one, and he's being waved out of the draw. Lixell going to come in and replace him. Line's been given some directions. Kind of a mutual face-off, goes to the corner. Toronto trying to come away with it. Walking out of the corner, trying to jam it in, and that goes around behind the net. Back up top to the point. Long shot. This one is blocked. Senators on the move. 3-on-2. Toronto hustling back to break this one up. Great turnaround. A long pass. Can they get up to it? Get the legs going. And they just could not get there in time. Travis Boyd trying to move it. But Ottawa able to win that race. They're going to flip this down in the corner. Here comes the Sens forecheck as Toronto. Mermis going to flip it around the corner. Sens intercept. Keep this one in. Up top to the point. They go across D to D. Far side with a shot. That one is blocked. Picked up. Here comes Letary as he's going to dump this one in. It was Ben Danford who broke this one. Wow. Mark, thank you so much. Mike, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Leafs. Thank you, Derek. Keep me posted. This coming around down on the corner, stepping over the line. Here's a shot. That one goes just wide. Oh, Marcel, thank you for that. I appreciate it. The problem is I couldn't have everybody else along for the ride with me. But I would welcome an opportunity if somebody called and said, hey, Sam, we'd love for you to come down and call a game on the broadcasts to have some fun one evening. I'd be all for it. I'd love to see how the pros do it for real. See what we do different. Got to start making. All right, Lala, sounds good. I need to recover to grab F1 race. Oh, Mike, F1 was bad. Who won, Mike? Who won? Your first hockey match. Well, I'm glad you are here, Mike. I love me some good F1. How did Max do today? We're looking to move for the offseason, Todd. All right, off the draw. Cowan going to play this one up to Nicky Robertson. Robertson getting held off this one. Cowan going in the corner. Kicks this one out to Kempf. Kempf leaving it here for Cowan. Back to Kempf. He can't come up with it. Stepping up is Rafai, sending this one around behind. Leafs can't hold it in. Robbie, hurry. Nicky Robertson has to make a big defensive play. That was scary as Ridley Gregg was trying to steal it away. Greg gets it. They shoot. Perron misses the net. That's coming all the way back down. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Nick Robertson had to be solid on that puck, was able to save a potential break. But Ridley Gregg still able to get in there. Leafs behind the Ottawa net, trying to work this one around the zone. Little kickback in the high slot, nobody there. Senators going to pick this one up, long pass up the middle. Here comes Ottawa. Here comes Ottawa. Batherson, a little flip pass over in the side. Curling behind the net. And there's a high stick. Brady Tkachuk drops to his knees, grabbing his face. Leafs going to get a penalty. Sten still working this one. Giroux going across. Falling down, stepping up. Leafs going to tip this one. There's the whistle with 8:49 to go. The Maple Leafs going to pick up a penalty. And it looks like Marshall Rafai, him and Brady Tkachuk really working on it, had that stick wrapped around. And as the hands came up, it kind of reaped the face. So they are going to the box. Blue Jays picking up some insurance. There we go. 2 more runs. 8-5 Blue Jays. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Pickleball Pat. Jays coming in, picking up a few more one. Max 1. Yeah, Mike. Max 1. Awesome. I like him a lot. I like Max. He is a solid race car driver. Thank you so much, Patali. I appreciate that. Oh, if you're hitting that lag, hit that refresh, and that should fix it for you. That should fix for you. Everything looks good here. The only noticeable problem, little Nicky, is to work on his defense. But yeah, I agree with you, Mark. Listen, defensively, over the years, he was really bad, right? He had a lot of little goofs. Last year, he looked much better. Still a little too much, not so good movements defensively. Hopefully that improves. Got to keep the rakes on the ground, rake the trees. Todd, that's awesome. That's awesome. Got to rake the trees. Good period, though. Really good period of hockey. Some weird stuff going on. But Maple Leafs power play looks like it's clicking. Of course, they're hitting. Leafs are up 16-14 on the hits right now. Their penalty kill has been okay. They're going to have another one to test out here. So we are going to see exactly what these guys can do. All right, 468 on the subscribe board. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe for us. We will tweak our game screen around. We're going to move things around. We'll figure out something that looks a little bit better, that works a little bit better. But we wanted to make sure we got everything at least working and operating for today's game. Here we go. Rafai in the box for high sticking. Senators on the power play. This coming around. Ottawa, Stützle. Down low, a little bounce pass to Tkachuk in the slot. He misses it. The puck is going to come back out. Ottawa in their own zone. Going to set this one up. Looking around. Ottawa tied for first in the NHL with 64 power play goals last season. They can certainly score with the man advantage. Back to Shabbat. Over to Tkachuk. Tkachuk, long shot. That's going to sail wide. Stützle on the far side. Back to Shabbat. Shabbat not dovening at the point. Going to give this over to Tkachuk. Tkachuk circling around. He's going to put this one down low. Ottawa still looking. Back up to Tkachuk. Tkachuk to Shabbat. Back over to Tkachuk. Sending this very quickly over to Stützle. Stützle bouncing this one around. Ottawa working the puck well. Toronto not giving them much to shoot at, though. Back over to Stützle. Stützle and Shabbat switch sides. Now here's a one-timer. That one goes wide. Great stick lift. And Toronto trying to flip this one out. Tkachuk comes in with a hit. The Leafs can't clear. Keeping this one in. Finally, they're going to work it through. Still in here. Lixell going down low. A great poke check by the netminder. It's down at the side. They have it, and they're going to hang on to it. The Maple Leafs doing a nice job. By the way, it looks like we do have a goaltending change for Toronto. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome back. Darce, good to see you. Hope you're both doing well. We do. We have a goaltending change. Vyacheslav Peksa in net here for Toronto. So both netminders now have been switched up. That's right, Derek. Hopefully they can hold on. Hopefully they can hold on. And Derek, correct me if I'm wrong. A win today, they clinch a spot, I believe. Big scramble, big scrum off the face-off. This is going to be pulled up and sent all the way down the ice. Sogard going to leave it up here. 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Senators. Spence, a little drop back pass. Ottawa getting it into the Maple Leaf zone. They're going to try to look to set it up back to the point. Here's Spence, a long shot deflected right on. Good save here by Peksa. In the corner, Murmus, he's trying to do a job. 10 seconds to go. Back to the point. Sens setting it up. Giroux centers it for the one-timer. That's a fan shot. Down low for Perron. 1 second to go. Power play has expired. They score. It's not going to be a power play goal. The power play had expired, and the Senators get one back as Peksa made a good first stop, and this one gets through. John, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's going to be Ilya Kaliev. Kaliev is going to get the goal. Kaliev was originally picked up by the Los Angeles Kings, and he's going to make his way here to the Ottawa Senators, and this one came out from the side of the net. Perron had fed this down to Ridley Gregg up to Kaliev, and he buries it. So a nice little bump pass here by Gregg as the goaltender was going for the poke check on Gregg, couldn't get the leg down as Kaliev is going to put this one in. Today gets Blue Jays in. Thank you, Derek. That's what I thought. So 4-2 is the score. That one does not count as a power play goal. We got to fight. Gloves are down. Marshall Rafai going to drop the glove with McEwen. Here we go. One shot, two shot. Oh, Rafai getting filled in. Rafai getting filled in. McEwen is just delivered. Rafai comes over the top. He takes him down. Good comeback by Rafai. Good comeback by Rafai. Good little tussle here. He accepts the challenge. McEwen wants to fight. Rafai says, "You're on." And they drop the gloves. McEwen a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. 5 minutes each for fighting. And we got a new redemption. A new redemption when the fights break out. If you have enough points, redeem punch. Let's see if it works. Redeem punch. The brand new fight redemption. Oh no. Oh, it's going to be that one. No, that's not what it's supposed to be. Let me change it. Let me change it. That's not what it's supposed to be. We have a fight. I didn't realize we already had a punch. What do we call it? What do we call it? Scrap. I have a fight already. We'll call it scrap. Let me save that. Let me save that. I didn't realize we already had a punch. Redeem scrap. Let's see if this one will work. Scrap is what it is. Working this one through. Let's see. Boom, there it is. Boom. You too can redeem those emojis. All you're doing is earning points as you chat. The more you chat, the more points you earn. And then you can redeem by doing ! redeem and putting in the appropriate keyword. Here comes Ottawa again into the Leaf zone. 5:55 to go here in the period. Connor, unfortunately, I can't due to copyright. Here's a shot from the point. That's going to go wide as Monte Paulo steps into one. This coming back around the other side. Toronto pulling up, taking a look. Here's a long shot by Himes. That's going to go up and at a play. Oh, we got some more tough stuff as Perron tangles up and takes his man down. Perron, who shouldn't even be in this game anymore for a third man in penalty, which apparently that rule was ignored. The linesman going to jump in. I can't see which Maple Leaf he's on top of. All I can tell you, he's got white socks and blue pants. And it's going to be Vinny Lettieri. So Perron on top of Vinny Lettieri. They were going at each other earlier. So Kaliev gets a goal. They're going to take a commercial break. Leo, what's going on? Are you sure this is preseason? That's right. Somebody remind the players this is preseason. The reason I began liking hockey and the Leafs is because I got a Leafs shirt because Anakin Skywalker is a Leaf fan. Mike, that is amazing. We are glad to have you in our Maple Leafs community. We welcome all. We welcome all. So thank you for being here and tuning in with us. It means the world to me. We've got a great community here, and we all love our hockey. And yes, it's hard to believe this is only preseason, and it's been very, very rowdy. But we absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right, let's go. Let's see, Vegas. Yes, Mitch Marner, is that the question? So what happened to Mitch Marner? Mitch Marner signed as a free agent to the Vegas Golden Knights. And actually what they did is technically they did it as a sign and trade. So at least the Maple Leafs got something. But Mitch Marner on his way out, I guess he just didn't have thick enough skin to play here in Toronto. But that's okay. I think it's going to make a very, very important move for Toronto. Losing Mitch Marner allowed us to bring in a couple big bodies. Hey, Major, what's going on? But it also says, you know what, as Matthew said, no free rides, no free rides. If you're not going to come on, you're not going to play, get off the bus. You know, Mitch Marner in his last game, he was screaming at people on the Leaf bench. He was giving it to everybody, but he didn't recognize himself that he was not playing very well at all. Landon, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. What happened to Mike? Mike who? Which Mike? Gonna miss his mom. Well, you know what, Kevin? Just because Mitch Marner had to leave town, it does not mean we have to lose the mom. I don't even remember. Was it Redeem Mom? Was that the Redeem? We don't need to lose it. Marner's mom will always be here partying with us. Go Leafs, go. 4-on-4 hockey here for the next minute and a bit. Here's Shabbat with a shot up high. Nice blocker save. Rebound is going to be sent up high as well. But that's right. Just because Marner has left town does not mean his mom needs to go as well. So Lettieri, he's in the box for roughing, as is David Perron. Perron gets the unsportsmanlike. 4-on-4 for 137. We got 5:16 left to go here in period number 2. 4-2 Toronto with the lead over the Ottawa Senators. The Blue Jays 8-5 middle of the ninth. They're down to the Kansas City Royals' last 3 outs. Can they hold on? Toronto going to start to work their way up and out of the zone. 5 minutes to go. Little flip pass. Nick Robertson racing down. Robbie having a nice game today. He's playing very solid hockey. Digging this one across. David Kempf in there to help him out. Shabbat digging as well. Robertson gets it back to the point. Myers to Robertson. Robertson fakes the backhand, gives it over to Myers. Myers curling. He had a corner to the net. Stops, pops, turns around the other way. Myers to Robertson. What a move! Shooting. Oh my goodness, that was highlight reel material. Robertson with a dangle. Almost pulled himself off balance, but able to get a big shot. Robertson in the corner. He gets hog-tied and taken down by Shabbat. Shabbat follows it through with a shot to the back. And Shabbat is going. Holding is going to be the call. Nick Robertson playing like a little June bug on the ice right now. He is looking real solid. This was a great dangle right around Shabbat and just put it wide. The pass comes in. He was faking slap shot, brings the stick down with control, dangles it around Shabbat. And Shabbat still with him, finally has to wrap him up and haul him down. What a play by Nick Robertson. And now we go to a 4-on-3 opportunity. Lots of ice time here. Lots of ice time. 4-on-3. Nicky Robertson stays out here. Yarncroc loses the faceoff. Cowan out here as well. And this is going to be cleared all the way down the ice. Peksa going to set this one up. Here comes Villeneuve. He's turning. Jeff Hoffman comes in to replace Eric Lauer. Let's see what the Hoff can do. You don't like when Hoff plays 2 games in a row. Playing this one around. Yarncroc back to Villeneuve. Villeneuve to Robertson. Robertson stopping. He's looking around. Robertson gives this one to Cowan. Cowan doesn't shoot. Cowan going to back up the other way. Cowan looking over to Robertson. Had a shot, waited too long. Tries to snipe the corner. Nice little save here. Sen's going to clear this around. Not out. 9 seconds to go. in the 4-on-4. Or in the 4-on-3, excuse me. This comes to Cowan. Cowan has to settle it down. Cowan. Now it's 5-on-4 for another minute. Cowan giving it across, and that one was intercepted. The feed was there for Nick Robertson, but coming out of the box was intercepted. And they clear this one all the way down. John, he's been sent over to the Vegas Golden Knights. He did not want to be a Maple Leaf anymore. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Here comes Toronto up to the red line, stepping this one in. A little dump in the corner. 35 seconds to go in the power play. How was it? Working this across. Ottawa going to chip this to the line. It's going to come out. We don't like when Hoffman plays at all. Joshua, that's really funny. Rachel, how's it going? Welcome in. Go Leafs, go. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Toronto stepping in, going to rip this one around the boards. Keeping this one in just, and now the Senators going to clear. 10 seconds to go on the power play. 2:35 to go in this second period. Let's do this one. Pickleball, I know. He's so frustrating. And over the line, this is going to be dumped down around the corner. Here comes Ottawa. We will pick up the Blue Jays on Tuesday as they take on the Boston Red Sox in a very important series. There's a trip, and the Maple Leafs going to the box. With 2:10 left to go, Kaliev gets dumped, and Myers is going to go to the box. One down. Yatsermeski up now for the Kansas City Royals. Count is 2-2, even up. So this was just a little poke. Myers tried to get the puck, and he gets the skate instead. So the Senators back to the power play. Let's see what they can do here. Ottawa looking to get a little bit closer. 4-2 Toronto, hanging on to the lead. Let's go Blue Jays. Let's go Maple Leafs. This down in the corner. Batherson tying up his man. Got a good hold there. Going to come free. Leafs picking this one up. Järnkrok going to carry it out. Järnkrok sending it all the way down the ice. Good hustle there. Leafs get it out of their own end. Turning around. Little drop back pass. Here comes Ottawa. Shabbat going to pass it over. Stützle bringing it in. Senators setting it up. Oh, we got a double here. Pexa got a piece. It's going to come around and all the way out. Thank you, Oftenberger. Thank you for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. And there we go. 470 on the board. Thank you all so much. Little cross ice pass. Here's a shot. Shorthanded chance. That one is kicked aside. David, good to see you back in my feed, and I'm back to you. I'm here to remind you that hockey and the cup stay south. David, I've missed you all summer, my friend. How has your summer been? This coming all the way back down. Last minute to play in period number 2. Turning this one around. There's an out. 2 outs now. 2 outs. KC down to their last out. Leafs getting it out. 30 seconds to go in the power play. 43 seconds to go in the period. Giroux going to turn around with it. He's going to work this one up. Kaliev going to bring it in over the zone. Little drop to Ridley Gregg. Gregg sends this one across. Ottawa working this down low. A little bump pass. That one misses. It's going to come out and down the ice. Ottawa has to come all the way back to regroup. Excuse me. Pardon me. Turning it around. Here comes the Senators. Giroux going to put this one across. This going to be played out and down the ice. And that's it. Power play is over. 5 seconds to go. No power play shots on net by the Ottawa Senators. 3, 2, 1. And this one is done. And the Blue Jays pick up the win as we end the period. The Blue Jays pick up the win. Congratulations, Toronto Blue Jays. They have won 8-5, and with that win, the Toronto Blue Jays clinch a berth in the postseason. The Blue Jays now moving. They have clinched this one. One more Blue Jays win, We'll do it. That was a big, big win. Drinking up with my great American Freedom juice. Oh, David, you're killing me. That's awesome. That's awesome. Big win. Sir Anthony Dominguez is going to pick up the win. Wacha gets the loss, and Hoffman picks up his 32nd save. Big game by the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays with a massive, massive win. That one is huge, especially because the New York Yankees are up 6-1 over the Orioles in the 10th. So the Yankees going to pick up the win, but it doesn't matter because the Blue Jays picked up a win as well. Way to go, Blue Jays. We needed that one. Duff, what's going on? The Leafs playoff beards are so short. They're Duff, that's great. I love that you guys are getting on the Leafs. It's preseason game one, not even regular season game one. Preseason game one, and you guys are at it. I love it. I love it so much. The trash talking, so good. Big win by the Blue Jays. Thank you, John, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. We've had a phenomenal birthday. We've had a ton of fun. Yesterday on the birthday day, of course, Friday, kicked off our birthday celebrations as we went to see Gabriel Iglesias. Fluffy was awesome. And yesterday, of course, here for the Blue Jays, they weren't awesome, but we had a great time. And this was a good one ourselves. So thank you, Blue Jays, for putting up a win. We will see them on Tuesday, the Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox, but it is official now. The Blue Jays have clinched. The Blue Jays have themselves a berth in the postseason, and that is huge. That is huge. It is also the Blue Jays' 90th win of the season. So congrats, Blue Jays. They now have 6 games left. 3 against Boston, 3 against I think it's 3 against Tampa Bay. You got it, David, and we're going to take it over. We're going to take it over. So a big win by the Blue Jays. The Orange Menace is calling the... Oh, my goodness. So big win. Hopefully the Maple Leafs can hang on and shut this one down. It would be a great win to see if they can do it as well. And you know what? I wonder if I can bring this in. Let's see. Can I bring this to this page? Hang on. I got to make a change. How do I go? How do I open studio mode here? If I can bring in studio mode, I can figure this out. You would think I would learn to do these things on the fly. So bear with me just a moment while I see how to do this on the fly. I know there's an option somewhere. I just don't know where on earth it is. All right. So oh, there it is. Duh, right in front of my noggin. Right in front of the noggin. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make a little change here. We're going to see if we can make an adjustment, do this on the fly. So bear with me while we're making some adjustments. If I do this, put this here. Oh my God, it's so small. This is more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So we'll do this here. We'll take this. We got to move this around. Bear with me. I appreciate you hanging in. It's intermission. It's our preseason as well. So we're making some changes on the fly to kind of make things a little better. So we're going to put this here. How far up do I have to go here? Well, that's pretty far up. That's pretty far up. All right. So, you know, we're going to transition this. We're going to transition this. Boom. We're going to make this change. We're going to turn this off. So there we go. We're going to bring up the Zambonis. We all love the Zambonis. Who doesn't love the Zambonis? So we're going to rework it. We're going to bring in our Zambonis. We just got to make it fit within in our little screen here. Of course, it won't, but you get the idea. There we go. Get the Zambonis on the ice. Love me the Zamboni action. All right, this has to come down here. So good start by the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs doing exactly what we kind of hoped they would do, and a very important start for this team here in the preseason. It's only preseason, so we don't really care, but we do care all at the same time. Why? Because what they are doing is showing that these kids can play. and we want to see these kids have a great effort. We want to see them have a very, very big win because, hey, preseason hockey is exciting, and we should all be excited to see what the squad can do. It's all about the squad. All right, so I'm trying to make one more little adjustment, but it's so small on my screen that it's hard for me to tell where exactly I'm looking. So it's right here. There we go. So we're going to move this here like this, like this. Oh my God, it is tiny. It is tiny. Let's see how this is going to work out. Let's bring this up here. Boom. Okay, so there we go. So that's a little bit better. Now we can at least see. I can adjust it even more. Second intermission. Oops. This is what happens when you make changes on the fly. There we go. Boom. Sweet deal. Sweet deal. All right, let's get back. That's right. Ottawa Jays are in the playoffs. Jays get it. Let's sweep Boston. Let's do it. Blue Jays coming up huge. Very, very, very big. Great win. An absolute great win for them. And it's something important, something we need to see the Blue Jays continue to do. They can't let off yet, but at least they're in there. Before Zambonis, we used shoveled and squeegees. Best 8 months of the year. Absolutely it was. Love, love, love the old way we used to do it, but love these Zambonis. All right, let's go over the stats because we haven't been doing that. Your goal scorers today, Callie Yarncroc, he got the first goal of the game unassisted. Nick Robertson got the second one from David Kempf. Willem Villeneuve, he picked up a power play goal from Letary in Hames. That was in the first. In the second period, Ridley Gregg, he scored from Batherson and Sabrango. Then Matthew Barbolini, he scored on the power play from Gruix and Myers. And then Arthur Kaliev, he scored his first from Ridley Gregg and David Perron. It was back and forth action. It was real, real, real good. Real good. For the migration. Oh, for the migraine. I'm sorry for those with the migraine. It sucks. Migraines are brutal. All right. So let's go. 15 shots for the Maple Leafs, 21 shots for the Ottawa Senators. That is huge. Yeah, Chef, getting that champagne in the Jays room ready. 50% face-offs, 50-50. Leafs 2 for 3 on the power play. The Ottawa Senators are 0 for 4 with the man advantage today. They did score, however, one right after a power play attempt. Taking a look, 20 hits for the Maple Leafs, 19 for the Ottawa Senators. 13 block shots for Toronto, only 6 for the Ottawa Senators. So real nice effort here by these kids. And I say kids because the only full-time NHLers they have in the lineup here today is Nick Robertson. And I even hesitate to call him a full-timer, but Nick Robertson, David Kempf, Callie Yarncroc, those are your 3 kind of quote-unquote full-timers. Yes, you got Easton Cowan there, who's hoping to be a full-timer, and Michael Pizzetta, but again, I don't call him a full-timer either. Richard, how's it going? No more days off for the Toronto Blue Jays. Yes, so they have tomorrow off. No Jays game tomorrow. They have tomorrow off. They then start 3 against the Boston Red Sox and finish it off with the Tampa Bay Rays. So the Blue Jays now officially clinch a playoff spot. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we got that coming up. We will have the Blue Jays on Tuesday. I know the Leafs are playing the Ottawa Senators. What was that? Hang on a second. I don't know. Just want to make sure he didn't fall. Sorry. So this is the earliest date the Blue Jays have ever clinched. And I'll be honest for you, they're celebrating. They got the champagne going. They're partying. And this bothers me. This bothers me. I know it's a big deal. You made the postseason. You've been on a losing streak. You lost 4 games in a row. You had a big game today. You came up with a win. And it is a big deal. You clinched the postseason. But I don't think this is a champagne-worthy thing. Save it to when you win something. You want to party like you won something? Save it for when you win something. That's my opinion. I agree. You can get happy. You want to celebrate. You want to have some hugs. You want to be joyful that you clinched the postseason for sure. No celebrating yet. They haven't won anything. Pizzetta is a full-time Canadian hometown, bigger than Tavares. Why do I know this over you? He's full-time, but he's not a full-time player. I don't think Toronto doesn't have a full-time spot for him, David. So he's not going to be a full-timer in terms of roster spot. The Leafs have to figure out, they need to make some changes. All right, let's take a look right now. Järnkrok leading all Leaf forwards, time on ice 13-16. David Kempf behind him at 13:08. Nicky Robertson 12:27. I think that's the most minutes he's played in a Leaf uniform in a long time. 15 shifts for little Nicky. In terms of shots on net, they're coming from Robertson with 3. Quinlan has 2. Kempf has 2. And Barbolini has 2. Pizzetta 2 block shots, which is huge. So good for him. From a hit side, Sim with 4 hits, Pizzetta with 3 hits, Barbolini with 3 hits, Quinlan and Lettieri each with 2. On the defensive side, it is Mermis 14:38 time on ice, Thurn with 13:56, Villeneuve with 13:29. It's pretty even how they've been splitting it. In terms of shots on net, only 2 shots from the Leaf defense, Mermis and Villeneuve. Block shots, Mermis with 3, Danford has 2, Myers has 2. From the hit side, Thurn, Mermis, Myers, and Rafai, all with 1 hit. The thing that's nice to see, and they must not be calculating the giveaway takeaway number, because the Maple Leaf defense has 0 giveaways. That is something you don't see every day. I hope the Toronto Blue Jays take 5 out of 6 remaining games, so that way they can have a winning streak going into the playoffs. Yeah, Richard, it's funny. It's kind of up for, it's a debatable scenario. You want them to obviously be hot going into the playoffs. You want them to be a bit on a ride, but how do you want that streak to be? You don't want to be on too much of a streak, because then you're setting yourself, you got to lose at some point. But you want them to be hot. You want the bats to be firing, and that's something they'll need to get going. Was happy in Montreal, though. Shows they got his Toronto cloth. Yeah, listen, he was a hard hitter in Montreal, and he will be a hard hitter. I have no idea what the Maple Leafs are going to do with the bottom 6 of their lineup. No idea what they're going to do with the bottom 6 of the lineup. It's going to be interesting. Somebody's going to have to be cut. Somebody's going to be let go. The roster positioning over the next couple of days will certainly be fun to watch as they kind of squeeze the roster and shape the roster more into what it is going to look like. For the Ottawa Senators over on their side, Stützle leading the time on ice for the forwards at 14:41, Giroux at 14:14, Licksell with 13:15, Brady at 12:26. From a shot perspective, Brady has 3 shots, Perron has 2, Ridley Gregg has 2. Block shots, Perron with 2, Batherson with 1. Zach McEwen with 3 hits, Nick Cousins with 3 hits, Brady Tkachuk with 2, Jenik with 2, Licksell with 2. From a plus-minus perspective, Perron is +2, Gregg is +2, Batherson, Giroux, and Kaliev all a +1. Jenik is -2, McEwen is -2, and Nick Cousins is -2. On the defensive side, Thomas Chabot, 15:32 time on ice, Monty Paulo 12:27, Spence 12:03, Clavin at 11.5. From a shot perspective, 2 shots for Spence, 2 for Sebrango, 2 for Chabot, 1 for Monty Paulo, 1 for Clavin, and 1 for Thompson. All of the defense for the Ottawa Senators are shooting the puck. From a block side, Chabot with 2, Monty Paulo with 1. 2 hits for Clavin, 1 for Monty Paulo, 1 for Thompson. Somebody needs to tell these guys this is just preseason, because they are coming out. They were fighting. They were hitting hard. It is absolutely wild. People first, the Blue Jays have won. The Blue Jay game is done. The Blue Jays take it home. 8-5 is the final. 8-5. The Blue Jays with a win, and they clinch the earliest they've ever clinched a spot in the postseason. The Yankees, this went to the 10th. It was 1-1. In the top of the 10th, the Yankees scored 6. It's 7-1 Yankees over Baltimore. Right now, Baltimore with 2 outs, they have the bases loaded. So Baltimore trying to come back in that one. And of course, the Boston Red Sox play a little bit later this evening. So that is what's going on in the world of baseball. Baseball, always exciting when your team is doing well, and the Blue Jays right now are absolutely crushing it. So good Good start. Call me an old grouch, but the Blue Jays celebration for making playoffs is way. Yeah, Ken. That's what I was just saying moments ago, Ken. I'm all for high fives. You want to splash some Gatorade. You want to give yourself, a pat on the back. But the champagne and the jumping around like you just won something, you hadn't won something. You made it to the playoffs, and congratulations. That's what we wanted. But celebrating a berth in the playoffs is way over the top. Use him as a Reeves replacement. So, David, riding the press box is what you're saying. Because that's what Reeves did. Reeves only played a couple of games. The Jays in the postseason. That's right, Luna. Jays are in the postseason. I would love to see the Blue Jays clinch the division title because maybe they'll get some respect. Maybe then MLB will set them up with some primetime games and not middle of the week, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Hopefully the Blue Jays playoff times will be evening games because that will be nice. He can replace him on the bench. Exactly. That's where he is going to be. Go out for a nice supper and call it good. A nice team supper. Yeah, exactly. Go out for a nice team supper. Hit up Harbor 60, hit up Jump. Go to something special. But yeah, the way they're partying, carrying it on, I don't think it's needed for clinching. That is what you play for, right? You play to clinch. You are celebrating doing your job. If I celebrated doing my job, I'd be cracking champagne every day. Do you think the Jays have a chance to win the World Series? So yes, Ottawa Senators, they definitely have a chance, but it's going to be a hard road. It is going to be a very hard road. So hopefully they will get it going and get it going real well. We need it. We need it big time. Okay, Blue Jays, they did it. Now it's time for the Maple Leafs to kind of do the same thing. Let's go. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Let's get this one going. Period number 3 coming up. Does the Oregon Grinder still exist, or the Spaghetti Factory? I believe the Spaghetti Factory does still exist. I am not sure about the Oregon Grinder, but Rob, back in the day, those two places were the places to be. I love them so very much. All right, let's go. Time to pick it up, and make it happen. Here we go. They are on the ice. Period number 3, about to get going. Back for another year, Stetson. You got it. We are set to go. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, punch that ticket, Jesse. We punched that ticket. I'm excited. Your skates still fit. My skates still fit. I will get on that ice in a heartbeat. All right, let's do this. Someone told me today the Toronto teams seem to have a curse because they never make it to the first round. Oh, they do. Listen, Toronto's been out of the first round a few times in recent years. Going to work this one up ice. Of course, last year again, didn't they beat Ottawa, if I remember correctly, in the first round? Turning it around, here comes Ottawa. Ottawa bringing this one down over the line. Batherson turning around, sending this one to the point. This is going to be wide. It comes out. Sen's got to set it up in their own zone. Let's go, Leafs. Back in the corner, falling there. Ottawa picking it up, coming around behind the Leaf net. Centering it past. Ridley Gregg misfires, and this comes all the way down the ice. Only team to take Florida 7 games. That's right. Only team to take them 7. Turning it around. Here comes McEwen. Nifty little move off the boards. He's going to bring it up for the Senators. Long shot. And that one is going to skip just wide. Florida, man, they were so good in the playoffs last year. This around back to the point. Sen's keeping this one in. Comes around behind the net. Hits off the back of the net. Leafs going to turn it around. Pizzetta, long pass. That one gets knocked down. Comes to the Senators' side. They're going to look to get this one going. Oh, my goodness, Todd. That is a lot of calories and a lot of cholesterol. We're going to get a whistle as this one is knocked down. Nick Cousins trying to get involved. Cowboy needs to score. Yeah, we got to get Cowboy going. You know, he's been He picked up an assist today. Easton Cowan has been okay, but he has not been great. No Austin Matthews today, Ottawa. Usually in the preseason, whenever a team is on the road, they play a lot of their youngsters and a couple of NHLers. So when they play in Toronto next week, Toronto will have all their stars in the lineup. This being played around. Behind the net, little bank. Rafai getting it up to the line. Sen's going to keep this one in. Toronto closing in on it, and there's a little Scrappy stealing it away, and Sim going to put this down. Trying to turn the corner. Leafs coming in on the forecheck. Nicely done. Barberlini putting it back with a shot, and we got a delayed penalty on the Ottawa Senators. So we got a penalty. Sim had his bucket knocked off, and we got a penalty. Brady this time wrapping it up. Brady's been kind of mixing it up with a few Leafs today, being Brady-like, introducing them to the way of the NHL. So penalty call here. 4-2 is the score. Toronto has been mighty good on the power play. Let's see if they can strike again. They're 2 for 3 today. 6 total shots. Brady Tkachuk in the box. Team Weight Watchers. Todd, if you're eating like that, you'll need it. Yes, coming around, coming out all the way down. Toronto going to set it up behind their own net. Here comes Henry Thurn. Going to pass it up. Toronto going to dump this one in. Here comes the chase. Little banging and crashing. Yeah, but you know what, Mark? You know, it's funny. I understand it. It's a long season, now 84 games, and you need to have some limits in place. You need to have some limits in place. They need it for their mental well-being and their health, and they got to rest. You can't play a long stretch of games and then have nonstop practices, and you got to give them a time. So I don't mind that it is limited. It's really important, especially now, being involved in minor league hockey and seeing how much these kids are on the ice. When you're on the ice 5-6 days out of 7, that's a lot for little kids. So NHLers, yeah, they're adults, but they play bigger, harder, faster. They need that time to recuperate. You don't want them to get burned out. Here's a long pass. Up over the line, Robertson, a little head fake, tried to feed Cowan. That one is knocked away. Backing up, going to play it across. Robertson, take 2, bringing this one over the line. He comes in, flips it over to Cowan, and we got a trip. The Leafs taking a penalty and coming right at him, and here we go. Some pushing and shoving again as Nick Cousins getting involved in here. Toronto was coming in with the puck. Maybe I didn't see the trip. Quinlan getting involved as well. Quinlan and Cousins. They're really kind of getting knocked around a little bit. Where's... Oh, a little clip coming through as he was trying to squeeze behind him as Robertson came in. Quinlan came up and the arm kind of catches Cousins a little bit. Cousins goes down. So Quinlan going to go to the box for interference. Quinlan and Cousins been kind of at each other for a lot. You play AAA hockey. We were on the ice every other day, and it destroys my legs. See, yeah, Ottawa, you need that time to rest. You need it. Every other day is a lot. So Leafs pick up a penalty. We got 4-on-4 for 27 seconds, and then the Senators will have an abbreviated look. Here comes Cowan. Cowan charging. Cowan cutting in. The backhand and a nice stop. Cowan with a nice little move. And we got an injured Senator down behind as Clevin went in hard into the boards. Cowan was turning the corner. Clevin was pushing Cowan hard, and Clevin kind of got spun around and went down awkwardly behind. And remember, Quinlan in his first NHL game had a knee-on-knee collision with Nick Cousins. And Cousins really kind of was shaken up after that. So Cousins and Quinlan definitely have a history. Every other day. When is their time? Right. When is their time? When is their time? Face off in the Ottawa zone. Sen's going to win this one. Spence plays it around behind his own net. Ottawa just kind of hanging on here. 10 minutes left of the 4-on-4. But it's practice, so thankfully we don't have to practice as much. Yeah, practice is so important. It is super important. Stutzla going to bring it back. We have a game tomorrow. We played, when did we play? We had a game Friday. We had a game Saturday. We had practice today, and we have a game tomorrow. We'll get a day off on Tuesday and another game Wednesday. It's a lot of hockey. This is going to be played up all the way down the ice. So 4-on-4 is over. Ottawa now on the power play for about a minute. Here we go. Senators going to play this one back, trying to set it up. 4-2. Toronto has the lead. Breaking in. Maple Leafs broke up the play but couldn't clear it. Sens setting it up in the Leaf zone, down low behind the goal line, side of the net on the near side. Lixell looking, a little saucer pass back to the point. Shabbat going to play it over to the far side. Reversal back to Shabbat. Here's a shot. Pouncing on it. It's stopped. It's loose. They shoot. They score. The Senators pick up a power play goal, and it's going to be Lixell. Lixell puts this one in. The Leafs hanging Pexa out to dry. He made the first save. The puck was loose. Nobody could clear it away, and Lixell licks it up and absolutely buries it. 4-3. The Senators get one back. Cousins so dirty he needs to wear a target. Listen, Cousins is a big, tough physical presence. Preds up 5-0 now. There we go, Eli. 98-0. And win the cup. That's funny. That is funny. Mr. Pickle back in town. Mr. Pickle is always available. Let's go. Preseason hockey, and we got a game. 4-3. Power play goal for the Senators. Tkachuk and Batherson picking up the assists. A lot of time left. 15-15 on the clock. Let's go. We could bring up the pickle. Bring up the pickle. Love the pickle. Hopefully it works. There's the pickle man. Here's a quick shot again. Senators coming right back. Pexa is down. This is going to be gobbled up. Toronto has to move this one across. On the move. If you're wondering how we bring those graphics up on the board, just by chatting along over on the tubes and on the Twitch, you are earning points. You can check your points at any time by doing ! points. That'll tell you what you have earned. Then with the redeem commands, you can redeem to bring your own graphics up on the screen as we go. A fun way for you to play along. There it is, the Hulkster making an appearance. Will we see any more tussles here today? Toronto turning, shooting. That one is going to be knocked down. Senators going to bring it up. If you want to check and see how many points you are, do just like Morgan did. Here's a shot off the goalpost. Sens come close. ! Points tell you how many points you have received. Wow, Ottawa coming close again, banking this one off the goalpost, up and at a play. I will tell you, all points will be reset when we start the NHL season for real. Coming up the beginning of October 7th and 8th. Hopefully the Blue Jays won't have a playoff game the same night, but we'll play it as here. 14:22 to go. 4-3. Off the draw, Stutzla putting this one across. Here's another shot. That one is blocked, and it's going to ricochet out and all the way down the ice. Back to pick this one up. Sens. Going to crisscross. Stutzla, a little fancy stick work. Going to work this one up to Brady Tkachuk. He's going to flip this one in. Down in the corner, around behind the net. Trying to pick this one up. Quinlan trying to play it ahead. He gets bumped off the puck. Down over to Stutzla. Stutzla curling away. Tries to center it to Giroux. Can't. Stops. Pops. Turns over to Tkachuk. That shot is blocked. Back to Spence. Spence working this one over. Stutzla. He's going. Going to drop this one. Looking to Shabbat. Shabbat still looking. Still looking. He goes cross ice. Cycling around. Spence trying to go down deep. He's going to play this around and around. Leafs being good, tough on the stick. Chasing Ottawa. Ottawa finally gets it all the way down the ice. I forget, Mark. I'd have to double check offhand. Behind the net, Senators starting to move. starting to move. Behind the net, Ottawa coming in again, really digging this one. Tampa Bay. Mark, Tampa Bay is the new home for Pontus Holmberg. In the corner, Ottawa digging through, working strong. Kaliev trying to come to the front of the net. Here's a shot, hits the side, rebound, goes through the crease. Robbie's going to pick this one up. Robertson is going. He's got Cowan with him. Flipping it through. Cowan can't get there. Monty Paulo with a stick lift. Nick Robertson going to bat this one down out of the air. Tries to cycle it back to the D. They can't get it, and they got to back all the way up. Toronto turning pace has kind of gone up a notch here. 12 and a half to go in this first preseason game between Toronto and Ottawa. It's been a lot of fun. Back and forth they go. Both teams changing, setting it up behind the Ottawa net. Sens are waiting as the go Sens go chants are starting to break out. Here comes Ottawa down the far side of the ice. Going all the way, shooting. Nice save by the Leafs attendee, Peksa. Toronto's turn. They're going to turn. Pass this one up. Breaking towards the net. Can't get him the puck. Barbolini behind. He gets tied up. Shabbat doing a good job. Toronto intercepts. Back to the point. Shoot that. He does. Thurn with a nice shot and a nice save by the Ottawa netminder. Sen's going to bring this one up. Perron trying to chip it through. Greg and Batherson almost collide. Maple Leafs have it. Turning on Giroux. A long pass. That misses. And the Sen's going to set it up as both teams changing up again. Oh, yeah, Mark. Sim has been nice. Sim has been real nice. Turning around is Spence going to pass this one over. 11:20 to go here in period number 3. Sens out shooting Toronto 28-18. Maple Leafs centering it across, bumped off the puck. Leafs trying to get this out. And the Maple Leaf player dumped. Vinny Lettieri tripped up, no call. Going to dump this one in. Peksa out to stop it. It kind of squeaked by him. Over to Lettieri again. He's going to backhand this one up. And Ottawa Spence going to knock it down. Here comes Toronto into the zone. Doesn't get far, gets knocked out. Leafs with the puck in the neutral zone, going to send it in again. Wrapping it around the boards. Oh boy, this is getting intense right now. Pace is picking up here, folks. Pace is picking up. Toronto setting up, waiting for Ottawa to break in. Here come the Sens. A little pass across, hits a leg. This is going to come loose. It's a race, but Ottawa going to get there first. Senators going to turn and work it. Here they come into the Leaf zone again. Brady Tkachuk dumping it in. Mermis going to give it to Yarncroc. Plays this one across. Maple Leafs Rafai carrying this one out to the red line, dumping it in. I'd love to see Rafai get a chance with the big club. It would be really great to see. Senators working it in through center over the blue line, now into the Maple Leaf zone. Trying to curl around. Leafs, look out, Rafai. Dangerous pass, came all the way in front of his own net. And the Leafs going to chip this one out. Here comes Toronto. Pizzetta with a chance. Curling, shooting, sharp angle. That one's going to miss. Rafai holding it in temporarily, and the Senators going to work it out, but Rafai intercepts. A little bounce pass. Quinlan going to dump this one in. Down in the corner. Ottawa picking it up. Going to reverse it around. The goaltender gets tripped up. Sogard gets tripped up there. A little bump on the cross ice play. Here's a shot. Big save here by Peksa, the Leaf goaltender. And the Leafs clear this one out. 9.5 to go. Danny T, what's going on? Welcome in. Sen's going to dump this one in around behind the net. Back to pick this one up. Leafs going to work it over. Pressed up against the boards, and it's going to come out. Again, the Maple Leafs only play, 6 preseason games, if I believe? Only 6. Down from 8. Toronto going to flip this one up. We got 2 against Ottawa, 2 against Montreal. Perron going to work this one. He's on the attack. Greg getting in there again. Greg is a pesky one. Another shot. Goaltender is down. It's a scramble. Going to come around the side of the net, and the Maple Leafs going to send this. That is going to be an icing call. So they got 2 against Ottawa, 2 against Montreal, and 2 against the Detroit Red Wings, and that will be the Maple Leafs preseason. It starts for real on October 8th. Toronto and Montreal. Of course, we're waiting for the MLB postseason schedule to see what that is going to look like. I don't know if anything is officially posted yet, but we will figure it out as we go. Cycling around, here's a one-timer. That's going to go up and at a play. I'm just trying to see. So it starts for real September 30th. In round 2, let's see, they're going to go to commercial break. The wild card series, September 30th, October 1st, October 2nd. Then the division series starts October 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th. Wow. So we very well could see some overlap here, folks. The championship series starts October 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. So we'll have to see, of course, what the series are going to look like. But yes, indeed, October 7th and 8th are American League Division Series games.
A new Kia Sportage Hybrid can go up to 700.
Could be interesting.
Stop for gas. It's amazing how much pep it has for fuel efficiency.
Could be game 3 and game 4. Oh boy, opening night could be in jeopardy. We'll have to see what Toronto Blue Jays are going to do. And we have to see what the timing is going to be like. How tough is that going to be? An American League Division Series game versus Toronto Montreal opening night. Ooh, it's going to be tough. But we'll figure it all out. Blue Jays won, Knight Rider. Yes, they did. Blue Jays won. It was a great game. It was a very, very nice game. But yeah, we're going to have to see what that schedule is going to look like for sure. All right, coming up, just a few minutes left to go in this one. Right now? Okay. Still a little bit of time. I'll wait till they bring the clock back up. Robertson has been excellent here today. The Maple Leafs themselves have been excellent today. All around, it's been a good game. 8:17 game time left to go. Off the draw, Senators going to win this one. They're going to curl, sending this one in. Going to be knocked down. This back in the corner. Trying to pull this one through. It's up to you. If you want to, we could just do dinner here, unless you want to pick it up when you're out there. Bringing this one all the way down, back in the corner, around behind the net. I don't know how well it'll travel, but working across. Toronto, a long pass. This is going to be tipped. Down in the corner. Here come the Senators. Senators bringing it right back up. Sorry, we're discussing our dinner plans. We have Cheesecake Factory on the mind from our earlier conversation. Tim, what's going on? Go Leafs. Welcome in. Thank you, everything. We are 2 subs away, by the way, from 75. If you haven't hit that subscribe, hit that sub for us. Camden, Cowan hasn't been great, to be honest with you. He hasn't been great. This is going to be chipped in the zone. 7:25 to go. Senators, long pass, kind of hit the linesman, bumping around. Here they come. Here's a long shot. Goes around behind the net. Another quick shot, and this one is knocked down. Toronto going to play it around. Maple Leafs have to go, 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 go. Leafs going to play it up, down, around. Here comes Shabbat. Shabbat on the move. Going to carry this one up. Thank you, Corey, hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Long shot going just wide. Down at the side. Flipped up. And Toronto trying to chase this one down. Under 7 to go. Leafs right now just trying to play a clock game, trying to keep Ottawa at bay. Would love to see one more come through. This in the corner, bumping and grinding. Quinlan, he can't keep it in here, but he's throwing the body around. Going to hop down. Leafs with it at their own blue line. Little play. This coming all the way down. All the way down. Turning around, Ottawa, Batherson playing this one up. Clavin has gone to the locker room. Clavin officially has gone to the locker room now, so the Sens going to play one short. Little line change. Ottawa hits the red line, going to dump this in. It comes around behind the net. Curling through. Just about 6 minutes left. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Spence going to hold this one in. Down in the corner, Toronto defensively scrambling a little bit here. Ottawa trying to bring on the pressure. Hey, BC, what's going on? Dan, welcome in. Good to see you. Toronto going to flip this one down. It's going to land right on Sogard. He's going to hang on to it with 5:53 to go here in the third period. Toronto hanging on to a 4-3 lead. Ben, thank you for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Welcome to our community as they take a commercial break. It has been a fun little day here. The Blue Jays clinching a playoff spot. That was huge. Thank you, Bentley, hitting that follow. The Blue Jays clinching a playoff berth. Big time, big game. They needed that win. We'll have the Blue Jays and the Red Sox on Tuesday. We're going to be doing that one Tuesday, Wednesday. And we'll see how the rest of the preseason of the NHL is going to shake out. Unfortunately, there's going to be some overlap, so we can't do every game for both teams, but the Blue Jays are in a division race, so we're going to give them a lot of our time here in the early part of the season. Of course, Blue Jays playoff action is something we're going to have to keep an eye on as well. They need to get the bye. Yeah, Camden, they need to get there. They need to do that. They're going to slowly hold over, right? Slowly hold over a lead against the Yankees. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. The Yankees are coming in hot and heavy. And so the Blue Jays need to start winning some games. The big win today was uber important for them. Now, let's see what is happening. Yankees end up beating Baltimore 7-1. So that Blue Jays win holds them at a 2-game stance. Boston is sitting at 4.5. New York sitting 2 games back. So it is going to be a run. Toronto does have the tiebreak, over New York, but New York has a much easier finish than the Blue Jays. So that is going to come into play big time because the Jays, they face the Red Sox and the Rays. The Yankees face the Sox and the Orioles. So going to be interesting. Of course, they won 3 of 4 against the Orioles, and they will look to do that again and again and again and again. And the White Sox, of course, last in the Central. I think they're last in the American League as a whole, and they are. So an easy finish for the Yankees. So the Blue Jays, it's going to be important they win some games. All right, 5:35 to go. Let's do this. Quick shot. Blue Jays should be more focused. I agree, Steven. I don't like how they celebrated at all today. Don't like how they celebrated that at all. Hey, Terry, what's going on? Welcome in. Here comes Cowan. Cowan bringing it in, playing it over with a shot. That one is in and out of the glove. Cowan again trying to flip it back to the point. It's intercepted. Ottawa going to turn and bring this one out. Here's Stützle dancing through. He gets tripped up and taken down. The arm shoots up, and the Ottawa Senators are going to the power play. Another power play opportunity, and the Maple Leafs don't like it. Is this going to be Thrun? Thrun is going to get it. Trying to come through. Stützle dancing in, and you know what? It was skate on skate. Skate on skate connection. They kind of bumped each other, and Thurn is going to get the penalty. But it wasn't his skate. It was actually, I think it was Mermis's skate. And so Thurn is actually the wrong guy to get the penalty, but hey, it is what it is. Ottawa is 1 for 5 today with the man advantage. No story on Stolarz. Stolarz is okay. They're trying to get an extension banged out before the season starts. I'm sure he'll be in the net in one of the next couple games. Shabbat working this one across. Here's a shot. That one gets knocked down. Stützle going to chip this one back to the point. Playing it around. Ottawa coming in down low in front of the net. Batherson hammering on it. And a nice stop here by Vyacheslav Peksa. 1:35 to go on the power play. 4:41. Rafai right in there mixing it up again. Rafai has been very good today. I've really enjoyed seeing what he's been doing, blocking shots, getting involved. Nick Robertson has had a great game today. Like what I'm seeing from Nick Robertson. Blue Jays clinched, and the Brewers clinched the division. Oh, Jack, I didn't realize the Brewers clinched today too. Big one for them. This off the draw, ripping it around the boards. This is going to come out and all the way down the ice. Sens setting it up. 4.5 to go. 4.5 to go. 1:20 to go on their power play. A little drop back play. Here they come up and over the line. Ottawa bringing it in. Curling. Tkachuk shooting and a nice stop. And again, Peksa going to hang on to it. And Brady just planting himself there at the side of the net. Toronto doesn't like that. They take a couple of shots. 4:19 to go now. 4:19. Clock is going to start ticking a whole lot faster. Why is the clock going to tick a whole lot faster? Woof. Maple Leafs, what are they going to do as this one is coming down to an end? It's been a fun game, a very, very fun game. Ottawa, 12 shots this period, only 5 for the Maple Leafs. Off the draw, holding it up here at the side. Greg is digging for it. Greg comes away with it. Sends this one back to the point. Over to Giroux. Giroux bringing this one up. Tries to feather it across. Leafs break it up. Goes to the corner. Sens still working it here behind the net. Bringing it out in front. Look out. They almost put it in their own net. Peksa had to reverse polarity and go the other way. He's back on his feet. Sens come close. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Senators working it on the far side of the ice. Putting it down low. Big battle in front of the net. Here's a shot and a nice save. It kicks out. Toronto's going to clear. Holy smokes. Baby Leafs have nothing to lose. They are playing really well here, Mark. Cycling it around. Ottawa again into the Toronto zone. Myers is going to flip this one around the boards. Can't get it out. Perron keeps this one in. Myers and Rafai battling here. Comes out. Toronto grabs it. They're going to bank it off an Ottawa player's leg. And Spence goes to play it back, but nobody was there. So Toronto catching a break. Quinlan coming in on the forecheck. Now he turns away. 2 seconds. 1 second. Power play has expired. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Toronto has a 4-3 lead. Myers cutting it off. He's going to play this one around. Rafai lifts it up. He's going to send this one down. And that's going to be an icing call on Toronto with 2:50 to go. 35-20 are the shots on net. Wowzers. A lot of shots on net. Ottawa came close. Giroux from behind the net tried to cycle it in behind Peksa. Just got a piece of the post. Another shot hits the left shoulder. It pops out in front, but Toronto able to clear. Wowie zowie. Newfie, Maryland, a good hockey game. Yes, it is. It's hockey time. Hockey is back. Senators pull the goalie with 2:45. It's going to be a 6-on-5 situation. Empty net for Ottawa. This coming around back to the point. Sens firing. That one goes just wide, deflected just wide. Back here, a little bit of a takedown. Leafs trying to get this one out. It's the big push. It's the big finale. Sens going to touch it. That's going to be an offside. So we're going to get a face-off coming up with 2:24. This should come all the way down the ice as Brady knew it was offside and he touched it up anyways. At our local arena, they have a little sports shop that sells NHL jerseys and stuff. Nice, John. They're going to take a little bit of a break. I think Sogard is going to have to come back in the net as this is going to be down. Sean, what's going on? 4-3. Leafs are leafing. It's been a good game. It's been a good back and forth hockey game. Of course, the Ottawa Senators have a lot of their top NHL players out or playing today. The Maple Leafs have a lot of their top NHL stars not in the lineup. So it's the Baby Leafs made up of a lot of OHL players and a lot of AHL players taking on a top tier team of the Ottawa Senators, and they're playing real solid. Real solid. Thank you so much for being here. If you are just popping in, make sure you hit that like for us. Make sure you hit that subscribe as well. 474. We are moving on up. Cecilia, how's it going? Welcome in. Don't stop believing. Never stop believing. Leafs gonna look to get this one done. My dad and I are planning to come to Toronto once during the first round. Only thing is time will be, we don't think you'll be here for the whole series. Nice, BC. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I hope you guys have a good trip. Can't even beat the Marlies. There you go, Ryan. That's right. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. We are moving right along the way They are. This is a good squad playing a good hockey game. We love it. We love our hockey. We love our baseball. Toronto teams putting up a good fight, and they're making it exciting. Certainly making it exciting. You'll be there. Toronto versus Montreal. Yeah, it is going to be nuts. It is going to be a lot of fun. Toronto-Montreal series are always exciting. So the Blue Jays, of course, we've been talking about it all day. They won today. Big win. They clinch. They start a new series on Tuesday versus the Boston Red Sox. We will be live for that one on Tuesday. Mark Giordano, by the way, behind the Leafs bench today. Gio working with the club. Nice to see him. Always good to see him. 25% off is a good deal, John. A very good deal. Yeah, that's right, Dallas. Don't know what they're going to do. Behind the net, Danny, what's up? Ottawa, going to start to bring this one ahead. Senators, a little chip pass. Here we go. 2 minutes to go. It's a 2-minute fire drill. 2-minute fire sale. Back in the corner, Senators pull their goalie again. 6-on-5 situation. Ottawa setting it up, coming around. 1:50 to go. Back to the point. It hops over Pence's stick. This going to come all the way down. Ottawa in their own zone, grabbing it. Danford has been good, Mark. Danford hasn't been overly involved. We haven't called his number too much, but he's been pretty solid. This is going to be flipped out. 1.5 to go. 1.5 to go. No icing called. Shabbat going to give it over to Spence. Spence going to look up ice. Let's go, boys. Hakeem, how's it going? Lineup is a good goalie. The Leaf goaltenders today have been pretty good. And listen, Anthony Stolarz and Joey Wall I'm very confident in their ability. Leafs going to clear again as this comes down the ice. 1:05 to go. Senators regrouping in their own end. Going to work this one up. Here comes Ottawa. Over the line. Flipping this one across. Giroux getting it back. Ottawa getting set. Toronto quick sticks. Knocking it away. Giroux on the other side. Back to the point. 50 seconds to go. We're in the last minute. To Shabbat at the point. He's going to give it a go. Give and go. Back across to Pence. Pence working it. 40 seconds to go. Putting this one across to Stützle. Stützle up in the middle. They shoot. That one goes wide. Brady going to pick this one up. Tkachuk. He's looking. He goes down low. Cross crease pass. They can't connect. 30 seconds to go. Ottawa working it. Stützle through the middle. This one is knocked down. It's there in the slot. Brady can't get it. Tkachuk can't get it. Toronto going to shoot for the empty net. It's knocked down. Shabbat holds it in. 15 seconds to go. Back to Shabbat for the one-timer. It's blocked. Stützle coming across. The goaltender has no stick. The goaltender has no glove. And finally, they see it as the blocker went flying. They're letting Peksa play like 20 seconds, 30 seconds with no blocker. Very dangerous play. Rafai is giving it to the official. So is Danford, saying our goaltender lost his equipment. So made some nice plays here, and Peksa is doing this. He's waving his hand to the official. He's showing the official, and they weren't blowing the whistle. And the official comes over and says something. 7 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go. Thank you, Major. I appreciate that. So Peksa taking a little breather. Empty net for Ottawa. 6-on-5 situation. Lots of time for Ottawa. 7 seconds can be an eternity. Oh, they're reviewing. They put another tick and a half back on. 8.5 seconds now. Jack Bauer hitting that follow. Thank you so much. And now Ottawa's going to call a timeout. Senators calling a timeout. Are we going after? All right, I'll have to change. Oh boy, we're going to go out for some yummy, yummy din-dins. I look forward to Maselli. Yeah, Kasperi, me as well. I'm really looking forward to it. Cam, thank you for that follow. I am really looking forward to this season getting going for real. I'm looking forward to the Blue Jay playoff run. We're going to figure things out as we go. We're going to upset some people because we obviously can't simul-stream both games at the same time. So there will be a little bit of overlap, but we're going to have a lot of fun. I promise you that. David Kempf. He's going to set in here. He's been well defensively. Yarncroc on there. Nick Robertson on there. Philip Myers on there. Thurn on there. So we're getting things set up. Here comes David Kempf against Brady Tkachuk. Let's go drop this, ref. It's an empty net situation. Sticks are down. The referee, linesman, still not dropping it, saying something to David Kempf here. Sticks are down. Now they do. Sen's going to win it. Leafs going to clear. Great play by Yarncroc to get it out. Stützle picking up the puck. He's going to play this up, and the Leafs are going to hold on to win. The Toronto Maple Leafs win game 1 of the preseason 4-3. Really, really good job. 4-3. The Maple Leafs, the baby Leafs, we should say, hold on to beat an NHL caliber team in the Ottawa Senators. Real nice game. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge win. If we break this one down real quickly here, Calle Yarncroc with the opening goal. Nick Robertson had the second from Kempf. Villeneuve scored on the power play from Letarian Hames. In the second period, Greg, he scores from Batherson and Sabrango. Matthew Barbolini, he gets a power play goal from Grew and Myers. Keliev, he gets one from Greg and Perron, and the only goal of the third period was Lixell on the power play from Tkachuk and Batherson. Ottawa 35 shots, Toronto with 20. This was an awesome game. Sean says Jays should be a priority. Leafs, well, that's another story. I know, I've been a Leaf fan since 61. Yeah, Sean, we're going to be following them through. It's going to be awesome. We're going to put some polls up in the community section, so watch for those. We want your feedback on a lot of things. A lot of fun. Thank you guys for having me here. Oh, thank you, Baked, for being here. This was a lot of fun. Have a great afternoon, a great evening. I'm going to go out to dinner. Hercules. I'm excited about it. Birthday grub for me. Hope you have a great evening. Enjoy your Sunday. It's back to reality tomorrow. But hey, like I said, watch for our polls. I need your feedback. Last but not least, thank you, moderators. Thank you, channel members. Thank you, gifters and donors. Thank you, everybody. If you've hit that subscribe and watch today, thank you. We'll see you real soon. I don't know if I have an end screen. I do. I am out of here. Go Leafs, go.